Welcome to North St. Paul. Today's softball game is a big one. It's North St. Paul. The Pullers are taking on the Hill Murray Pioneers. And if you look at the records on the left side of that screen, both teams are 12-1 and going for the conference championship today here at North St. Paul. I'm Tim Peterson. I'm here with the whole entire TV 19 crew. We'll go over the starting lineups here. We'll start with the home team and their batting lineup and positions. Starting off,
playing center field and batting
bat top of the order is Jamie Fleischacker. She'll be over on third base. Caitlin Stepniak will be playing second base. Carly Pickett will be on the mound. Tabby Bears out in center field. Jamie Rebelke will be playing shortstop. Carly Langdon is a designated player in batting sixth. Christine Pickett will be playing first base today. Aaron Youngman over at behind the home plate there playing catcher. Ellie Knutson out in left, and Aaron Prax is a flex player. She'll be playing right field and batting 10th. That is the batting lineup and defensive positioning for North St. Paul. I'll go over Hill Murray's here. Leading off for Hill Murray, who will be batting first here as the visiting team, wearing the green with white, will be Nicole Thompson, and she'll be playing second base. Kennedy Haug will be behind the plate. Sydney Fabian will be playing over on first base. Jessica Bonfi will be playing out in right field.
Let's play ball, girls.
Stephanie Borndale will be playing shortstop. Lindsey Klein is on the mound today for the Pioneers. Kaylee King will be batting seventh and playing third base. Hannah Schwartz will be playing center field, and Megan Tonato will be playing in left field. And this game's just about to start. Both teams shaking hands, and joining me now as my color guy, Dan Wilson. Welcome to North St. Paul.
Well, thanks a lot, Tim. I'm happy to be here. We got a great, beautiful game for some softball.
And North St. Paul really brings pitching and experience with Tabby Bears and Carly Pickett. And Pickett getting the start today, and she's been pitching very well so far this year.
Well, you know, one thing you really got to point out here with Pickett is she's she's got a .79 ERA. That I don't know if you heard me correctly. That's a .79. That's not a 1 point. It's a .79. That's incredible. That means no one scores off of her. She does not have any earned runs, so she's having a season of a lifetime, and that's outstanding. To her credit, and credit to her squad. And
if she gets roughed up in this game, they go right to their other pitchers, Tabby Bears, and boy, just looking at a total team ERA, they've been playing very well this year.
No kidding, right there. I mean, you look around in a lot of places, you can't find this. You can't find this and with the boys at all. So the girls, they really what a talented, and it takes them years to develop this type of skill they have.
Well, we'll look over the overall standings here in the Classic Suburban. Dan, you see both these teams jam-piling right at the top, and today is a big game for both of them.
Both are 12-1. You're talking about a classic grudge match right now, so who's going to come out on top is right here. Hill Murray or North St. Paul. Talking about a heck of a matchup, and it's going to be a really great day at the ballpark today.
Well, we mentioned how good these teams are, and there are players represented. Actually, one of the fans presented this to me, and I kind of already knew, but there's a few players from North that are going to play college ball. Jamie Rebelke will be going D3 to Hamlin. Jamie Fleischacker D2 to Concordia. We have Tabby Bears, one of the pitchers, going D1, North Dakota State, going to play up there for the Bison. And Carly Pickett is playing Division II at Augustana. So these girls moving on to bigger and better things. And then for Hill Murray, they have Stephanie Borndale, who will be going to Hamlin as well. The University of Minnesota has picked up Sydney Fabian of Hill Murray. And
Go Gophers.
Tiana Zepeda playing over at Concordia. So most of the girls staying nearby, but always good to be moving on and playing college sports as well as going to college.
All these young ladies are going to have a great future here where they can go on and play competitive ball and have the opportunity to play in the NCAA anyway. Division III, 2 or 1, they get to enjoy playing a game that they love, and then at a higher competitive level.
And I mentioned it earlier. All these teams are going to be real competitive today. Both are in first place, and they have already played once this year. North won that game by 1 run. I believe the score was 8-7. Since then, North lost to South St. Paul, who's in third place. Hill Murray beat South St. Paul. So kind of really, these teams are so evenly matched, and we expect that in the section finals, we expect to see these two teams, which we have more times than not over the recent years. So it should be we're heading that way, I should say, once again, to watch these teams match up against each other.
What's in my one term comes to mind when I think about something like this really is the perfect storm. We're sitting in a situation where we're in a division that is just solid, jam-packed with great ball squads. And talk about the talent that is at this level right now on a high school level basis. It truly is a perfect storm of just unbelievable talent. And a lot of people will be behoove them to really pay attention to the 2012 girls fast pitch softball season here in this division.
Well, it's funny you use the words perfect storm because there is a bit of a wind going on out here, and it's blowing pretty much from right field toward the third baseline. And so that could affect things a little bit, not as far as the ball carrying outward, but maybe being knocked down a little bit, not getting out as far as you'd think it would have.
And I have to agree with you 100%. You have that the ball's a little bit bigger, and it carries, it maybe launch it up in the air and knock it down, but definitely going to be in for a defensively challenging game.
Well, Colleen Conway, the coach of the Hill Murray Pioneers, jogs down third base, and she'll be coaching there. And first-year coach Aaron Vale here to coach today for these Polars, and he really inherited a really nice team. This North team has been to state multiple times over the last few years. They're kind of known for their softball, and now they're playing for the conference championship basically today. Leadoff hitter Nicole Thompson for Hill Murray steps in. She is the second baseman. She's ready to go, and the first pitch is on the way, and it's in there for a strike one. 0-1 the count. Pickett ready again, fires it in there, hit right back up the middle. They were really squeezing in, playing the bunt, and went off Pickett's glove. And I think I count that as a infield single.
Yeah, a little bit. I would call that an infield single. I mean, that's a tough ball to play and being out of position like that. So, but and she made it happen. So that gets it off, gets it started, get a girl on, and
lots of lefties to start off this Hill Murray Pioneers lineup. Kennedy Hogue steps in, the catcher. She digs in, a lefty as well. Pickett looks in and fires it. Runner starts to go and then just holds up. They're making that second baseman, the shortstop, move a little bit out there, trying to open up some gaps. That pitch was fouled off. It's 0-1. Good crowd honoring the staff and teachers today, North did. Giving out, I believe, their carnations or roses. I didn't really get a good look. Runner goes, and that bunt is fouled down the first base line. Count will go to 0-2.
Well, on both sides, it's very exciting right now. You see them coming out really aggressively, and there's Hill Murray's got a play on right now, and the Polars always have something happening. So you have a defensive play happening. You also have an offensive play trying to go. They're trying to get an edge.
That pitch low and outside. Tried to get her to chase one. She didn't do so, and count on Kennedy goes to 1-2. A lot of people out here for this one today, Dan. It's a beautiful day to come watch some softball.
Oh, Tim, you say you hit the nail on the head right there.
That ball slapped down the third baseline, but it'll be foul, out of play.
I'm kind of happy we have a little bit of a breeze here. It might have been a little bit uncomfortable if we didn't have this breeze. But to recap what you're saying, it is a healthy crowd out here for girls softball today.
We don't have the benefit of being able to run to the bench and grab them some water. We're kind of out here on our own, and you don't bring something with you, you're not getting any.
I guess that's a small price to pay for having the best seat in the house.
That's true. Right behind the backstop is where we're sitting. Counts 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Went after that changeup. Expected a little more heat behind it and fooled her good.
Took a little bit off that and caught her out in front.
So Sydney Fabian will step in now. Sydney going to the University of Minnesota, wears number 14. Another left-handed batter. We're going to have to wait till the fourth batter in this lineup to get a righty. That pitch in there for a strike. Caught the outside corner, 0-1.
They are southpaw heavy, which poses a challenge, too. And when you're talking about a defensive move, when you have a runner on first base, and you're heavily on lefties right away, when you're coming out strong.
Runner goes, swung on and missed on the changeup. Throw down to second, not in time, stolen base. Well, that could be a reason why Coach Vale went with Pickett today on the mound. She is a left-handed thrower, and with three left-handed batters leading off, advantage pitcher. Count goes to 0-2 on Fabian. Pitch misses outside. One and two the count. That pitch fouled back out of play to the left.
You can see the catcher for North, Youngman there. She looks into the dugout, gets a sign, They're going to flash signs there to see what kind of pitching. She's going to relay the sign to the pitcher and get a good. And that's what they're doing here to see what they can come up with. Off-speed pitch, fast pitch.
A 1-2 pitch swung on right side. That'll be scooped up by Stepniak. Throws on to first. Throw back over to third, but Thompson just rounded wide. Got back in time. So runner on third base. And the cleanup hitter, Jessica Bonfie, will step in, the right fielder for these Pioneers.
Right fielder number 17, Jessica Bonfie.
Well, Tim, there's a definite tension. You can see where they're very, very, very aggressive. Both sides are very aggressive and looking forward to play some ball today. They wasted no time at getting right to it, and it's really exciting to be out here.
That pitch called strike, 0-1. I always love, one of the things I love about girls softball is they always do these chants, and I think they were calling Bonfie a llama as that pitch was off speed. Runner coming home, tag put on, and out of the plate. Nice play by Youngman, being alert, grabbing that ball, and tagging out Thompson to end the inning.
Well, you're just watching great ball right there on both sides. There is just to be able to pick up on that on a little bit of bobble behind the plate, to take the aggression and try to score that run real quick, and to have her keep her focus to pick that ball up and get her and put that good tag on and get the out, so there is no run. It just shows great concentration on both sides.
Thompson running wild for the Pioneers, gets tagged out at home, trying to steal 2 bases in the inning, is unsuccessful, so 1 hit in the inning. No runs, 1 hit. Basically nobody left on after getting tagged out at the plate, and after half an inning of play, 0-0 Pioneers and Polars. We'll be back. You're watching Pioneers and Polars on TV 19. We're back here at North St. Paul, and after half an inning of play, it's 0-0. Klein has taken them out, and Jamie Fleischacker will be the first batter of the game for North St. Paul. Fleischacker, one of the better hitters in the league. See what she can do. Squares up to bunt. Pitch called. Strike nevertheless, as she couldn't make contact with it. 0-1. I'm Tim Peterson. Next to me is Dan Wilson for this Classic Suburban Championship game. Winner of this wins the Classic Suburban. That pitch missing a little bit high and outside, 1-1.
Make no mistake, Tim, the importance of this matchup right now. It's very important, the desire on both sides.
The 1-1 pitch, Swan right to short. And right there is Borndale. She makes the easy catch. There's one away, but nice hit by Fleischacker. She made good contact on it, just hit right at a player.
Well, Tim, I watch girls fast pitch softball, and I just sit in amazement at how quickly their bat speed is. When that ball comes out, it's just not natural for me to watch this happen. So I have tremendous respect on batters and pitchers alike to be able to throw this way and then be able to have the quick reactions to put the bat on the ball and put it in play.
Mound did get moved back recently in recent years, and allows the players to have a little bit more reaction time as Caitlin Stepanek.
Well, safety is always paramount.
0-1 to Stepanek. Now 1-1. Carly Pickett waits on deck. A lot of times in softball, girls softball, they pinch the corners and play the bunt a lot, and that's what they're doing right now, is Hill Murray. The 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike, caught the outside corner. 1-2.
She put in a good pitch there and just painted the black. And just caught the black and got a good strike in there. You know, one thing you say about they play a lot of the bunts and a lot of plays is small ball is a big part of this game.
That pitch missing outside. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 away, bottom of the first. Klein's pitch, fouled off right side. Count will remain at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Stepanek, the second baseman of the Polars. Swung on and missed. Ball gets through, and that'll be a. What is the official term for that?
Oh, that's actually a strikeout, but it doesn't go down as a strikeout. So It's not actually an out because she reached first base, but it goes down as a K for the pitcher. The pitcher gets the credit.
It's an error on the catcher?
And it's an error on the catcher. It's a pass ball. It's a pass ball on the catcher.
So Haug will be charged with that.
That was Stepanek. Stepanek had a heck of a bat right there, and she no.
First pitch to Pickett is outside, and 1-0 is the count. Pickett, a dangerous hitter as well as a very talented pitcher. Good all-around softball player. Had the luxury of being able to watch her ever since I've been here at TV19.
Oh yeah.
It's fun watching the young when they come in. You know, these young girls in high school, and you get to watch them develop, and then you find out they're moving on to play college ball. It's always fun to witness that firsthand.
Oh, I can imagine. You get attached to see their talents and then develop it, and it goes to show that there's other people out here watching such as those schools that pick up their new future players and the new generation of ball players that are going to enter the NCAA.
Possibly pitching around Pickett here is 3-0 with 1 out. As Rolls Royce kicks in here, a little car wash action being performed by the North team. 3-0 pitch, called strike, 3-1.
I always enjoyed the excitement that girls softball brings. I mean, there's chanting, there's intensity, the crowd's always in it, the benches are always into it, and it really raises the level of fun.
That it does, as that pitch misses outside. Put runners on first and second with 1 away, and Tabby Bears will be the batter. Those chants and everything, if you move on to play slow pitch softball, as these girls get a little older, they possibly will end up playing some slow pitch softball. Younger teams a lot of times will keep doing those chants, and even through their 20s, they'll still do them, so it's always fun at any level. Girls bring so much more excitement to the game. First pitch to Bears is a called strike.
Well, the one word I come up with that is just passion. Passion for the game, the love of the game, the passion for their teammates and their coaches, and what really puts all this together. It really comes out strong.
The 0-1 pitch swung on the left side. That'll be scooped up by Borndale, throwing on the third for the force out, and there's 2 away. Nice job by Borndale, flipping it over to King and getting that lead runner out.
Yeah, she was real cool and calm and collective on that. Just squared her shoulders, fielded that ball real nice, and just kind of flipped it over to third and went for the sure out. Get the lead runner.
Jamie Rebelke will step in. The shortstop for the Polars, with a runner in scoring position. Takes the first pitch, has the ball, 1-0. Oh, there's nice, beautiful weather. I might have to remember to start bringing sunblock with me.
No, Tim just got back from Florida. It kind of reminds me, I think we brought the weather with us.
I think we did. We were down there. Dan Wilson, the captain of the 2012 Winter Carnival, captain of the guard, and myself, a guard for the 2012 Winter Carnival as well. We were down there letting them know how great St. Paul is, and they're more than happy to come up and visit us in the wintertime, which more power to them.
Oh, they got a hoot out of it and hail the garden.
That pitch comes inside, but called strike as Rebelke a little bit close to the plate. Count goes to 2-1. And I don't understand that we go down to Florida in mid-April and they come up here in end of January. Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, and they love it as much as we love going down there, as that pitch is fouled off. Count goes even at 2-2.
She's got a really good battle at the plate right now with runners on, and she's just looking to put the ball into play somewhere, find some green grass, score a run or two, and really open it up a little bit.
2 balls, 2 strikes, runners on first and second. Kleins, 2-2 pitch. Swung right back up the middle. We'll see if they can bring Pickett around. She is coming. Throw comes in. It's going to be cut off, and North leads us 1-0. A nice hit by Rebelke to get that runner in. Players remain on first and second, and the score is 1-0.
Well, Tim, what you're seeing right now is you're seeing 2 championship teams play right now by just showing fundamentals. She put that ball right into play to score the run. She did what she had to do, and she put it right up the middle and found green grass. What you really notice in this play, though, is how she hit the cutoff man, or the cutoff girl. The fundamentals, you concede the run, but you leave that other runner at second instead of letting her run to third. Another extra.
A lot easier to score from third than it is from second.
That's correct.
Well, Carly Langman steps in, takes a first pitch strike, and a second pitch called ball. 1-1 with 2 on and 2 outs. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Langman, the designated player today. Ground ball to third, just picked up, and King steps easily on third to end the inning. And after 1 complete inning of play, North is taking the lead. 1-0, we head into the top of the second. You're watching the Pioneers and Polars battle for first on TV 19 Sports. Well, back here at North St. Paul, where the Polars have put a run on the board. They lead this one 1-0 as we head into the top of the second. Main reason, Carly Pickett, not just pitching, she also was the scoring run in that bottom half of the first inning. I'm Tim Peterson. Next to me is Dan Wilson here from North St. Paul.
Well, thanks for having me again, Tim. You see Carly Pickett, again, we mentioned earlier, she's got a .79 ERA. She's a pitching machine.
Jessica Bonfie will be leading things off here in the top of the second inning for the Pioneers. Pickett on the mound. Now she'll step off and regather herself. The signals might have came in a little late there on what pitch to throw. First pitch of the inning called ball. Bonfie, Borndale, and Klein do up this inning. 1-0. A 1-0 pitch off speed, swung and missed. 1-1. Off speed pitch working well for Pickett so far today.
She's really moving. You get a feel for an off speed pitch. You throw the heaters over, and the batter adjusts. And a lot goes in. You look at the batter's feet. Where are they sitting? Is she putting her weight back on her foot? Or is she putting the weight on the front of her foot? If she's expecting something fast, a little heavier, you throw an off-speed pitch. And what Pickett has is a tremendous off-speed pitch. That's the dagger that she carries.
That pitch misses for ball. Count goes to 3-1. As another off-speed pitch came in, and yeah, she does mix it up a lot. Off-speed, fastball, fastball, off-speed. There's a fastball, catches the outside corner. 3-2, full count.
The trick to an off-speed pitch is to be able to sell the batter on it. You don't want to tip them off to anything. You don't want to change the delivery. You don't want to do anything like that. You want to make them think they're getting something hard and you're getting something real fast, but then you just...
Payoff pitch, called third strike. First strike out of the game for Pickett, and sets Bonfie down.
Shortstop, number 9, Stephanie Borndale.
One away, Stephanie Borndale will step in. I'm only going to take a guess that out in left field out there, the boys' baseball team paying attention to this one as well. They look like a bunch of baseball players out there, don't they?
Well, they sure do. They look like some good ball players out there.
North baseball team having a good season this year as well. They were 9-2 last I see. I know they played a few games since then, but this ball driven to right. Coming in and making the catch, though, is Prax. Played it well, and that wind maybe played a factor in that one, holding that ball up a little bit longer than what Borndale was open for. Good contact made on it once again, though.
That wind definitely is playing a factor. It's pushing it down, and it's not getting a lot of distance if they're pushing it out to right.
Lindsey Klein steps in. The pitcher wears number 18, swings at the first pitch and rips it past Fleischacker playing third. Klein hustles down to first. Now she takes a turn for second. She hesitated for a minute. We'll see if that factors in. It does not. And getting all the way into second base is Lindsey Klein. And Dan, do you call that a base hit or do you call that a double on an error?
Oh, that's a hard hit ball. That's a base hit. That's hard, and it's going to take a tremendous play to field that ball. I mean, she really got a piece of that.
I think that's an error. I think Fleischacker should have stopped it. It was it right at her.
Oh, that's true.
No?
You know, I think that's a scores call on that one. That's a real thin line right there. Fine line, you're right. But I'll tell you one thing. I do give credit to getting your uniform dirty, and she goes into second, gets nice and dirty.
Kaylee King steps in, takes a first pitch ball. Well, seeing how we're not that hard of critics, we're going to go ahead and count that as a base hit.
But
I'm just marking a single down.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Even though she got a second. Second pitch on King called strike. Count evens up at 1-1. They did take out Klein, who's the pitcher, and try to get a number. That pitch off speed, boy, that really fooled King. Count goes 2 balls. I got 1 ball, 2 strikes. Scoreboard backwards out there. Scoreboard saying 2 balls, 1 strike. It is 1 and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that pitch misses outside. Boy, and King taking a big lead out there. Nobody covering second base, so she can do that. Now she goes back.
Take what they give you.
Just keep your eyes around and alert so that nobody sneaks in there and you don't see them. 2 and 2, the 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Pickett with 2 strikeouts in the inning. The Pioneers threaten, but don't bring anybody across home plate. Tie this one up. Inning and a half is complete. Pioneers and Polars. The Polars lead it 1-0. You're watching TV 19 Sports. Well, the Pioneers and Polars getting ready for the bottom half of the second inning to start. And so far, the Polars are the only one who have crossed home plate. They lead this one 1-0. Starting off this inning at the bat will be Christine Pickett leading off, wearing number 8. I'm Tim Peterson. Dan Wilson is with me. And Pickett steps in to face Lindsey Klein.
Pickett's going to try to help her cause here, and
yeah, she plays first base and trying to help the whole Polars cause, if you will. 2 Picketts on this North team. Count goes even out, or count, excuse me, goes to 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Klein's 2-0 pitch high and inside. Now it's 3-0. And the potential for a leadoff walk is in store for the Polars, as I'm just going to go ahead and go out on a limb here and think that Pickett's going to be taking a pitch all the way here. The 3-0 pitch. A little low for a ball, and a leadoff walk goes to Pickett on 4 straight pitches. Number 18, Erin Youngman will step in. She's the catcher for the Polars.
Number 18, Erin Youngman.
Runner on first is Pickett. Klein on the mound. Bunted. Picked up. They're going to play at second. They're going to use it. And the force out is made. Nice play by the Pioneers. They pinch in, bring the third baseman and the first baseman in, and field the ball and play it nicely to get that lead off, or that lead out.
What an excellent recovery on a bunt there. First of all, she put good bat on that ball, laid it down. The objective was to put that ball in the play on a real soft bunt and advance the runner, but just got caught back up, was able to make the play on the ball and throw it on to second before the runner got there.
Carly Pickett, the senior pitcher for the Polars, and Christine Pickett, just an 8th grader for these Polars.
Yeah.
Plays first base. With 1 away. Allie Knutson will step in. Looks at a first pitch, ball 1. Time is called. Olga's going to go talk to Klein for a moment.
Allie Knutson.
Going up there and just get their ideas straight, and so we're all on the same page. So we're going to have a 2-team conference.
Yeah, everybody's meeting up. Vale calls his team over as well. Knutson, a sophomore catcher. Wait, pretty much if you're a junior, you're not going to be playing for the Polars this year. It's all seniors, 10th graders, and 1 or 2 8th graders. Lily Langvin, also on the team, is an 8th grader. No juniors. That's kind of an odd thing to see, you know.
A little bit, yeah. You just not too often. One good thing I'd say about the coaches, the coaching staff, a good coach in baseball and softball is always steps ahead. In any situations, always steps ahead. He's thinking.
Knutson 1-0, hits it right back up the middle. They're going to hold the runner on second in Youngman. And Allie Knutson comes up big and puts runners on first and second for the Polars with a base hit.
Over to third base and try captain number 9. Jamie
Back to the top of the order, and Jamie Fleischacker, and her first at bat lined out to the shortstop.
We're going to that last at bat. She showed bunt, pulls back, and then swings away. That's just great ball.
That pitch misses outside, 1-0.
Get connected here.
The thing about that's interesting about fast pitch softball is that it does something that most baseball doesn't do. The ball goes up on you.
Like a rising fastball as that pitch drops down into the dirt. It's 2-0. I was able to throw a rising fastball once upon a time.
Oh, yeah? Well, you are a little bit of an athlete, I've heard, Tim.
A little bit.
A little bit.
But, you're pitching. I did some pitching in 7th, 8th grade. This ball's hit down the third baseline, but it's going to be foul, and the count will go to 2-1. You learn different pitches, and you experiment and start throwing them around, and pretty soon your rising fastball doesn't rise so much anymore, and you move to outfield. And, you still got the strong arm, but you just can't pitch like some of the other guys can as you progress in age. And
then it's harder getting up in the morning every morning, and everything hurts. And
now they end up playing slow pitch softball, some immense league. In fact, that's where I got to go after this game to help a friend's team out. This ball's fouled back and out of play. 2-2 is the count with 1 away and 2 on. It's like the evolution of man. It's the evolution of softball playing. And they end up playing in a 35 and up baseball league, possibly, which you're a part of.
I am.
Barely making the cut there. The age cut.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. That pitch, just missing, goes to 3-2.
Glad you clarified there, Tim. I didn't know how to take that.
I talked to your coach, and he said, yeah, I didn't have many other options. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm always in the bubble. In fact, we have a game tomorrow night.
Payoff pitch. Hit down the first base line. We'll see if it holds fair. It does not. It drifts fouls. Typically, a right-handed batter hits it to right field. That ball slices to the right side of the foul line. Hit it to left field. It tends to hook to the left side of the foul line, or to the left, period. And as an outfielder, you got to be aware of that. Count remains full with 1 out and 2 on.
Well, it's interesting when you see a hitter hit to the opposite field in the air toward out there, the ball's going to slice away from the fielder, and the outfielder needs to be aware of that.
3-2 off-speed pitch, swung on and missed. Flyshacker goes down swinging, and there's 2 away. Caitlin Stepanek will be the hitter. She reached, if you remember, in that first inning on a third strike swinging. Got as far as second base. First pitch shows bunt, and it's called strike. Runners out there trying to get a good jump in case there is a bunt laid down. Nothing in 1. The 0-1 pitch in there for a strike. Nothing in 2.
And that's a fine pitch. Using the entire plate, go inside and outside, an off-speed pitch, and relocating, using the plate as owning it, really owning it as your own.
The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And the inning is retired. The Polars threaten, but bring nobody across. And after 2 complete innings of play, the score remains 1-0. You're watching the Polars and Pioneers battle for the Classic Suburban on TV 19 Sports. Welcome back, North St. Paul. The Polars and Pioneers battle for the Classic Suburban. Both teams 12-1 as we enter the 3rd inning of play. Pioneers will be sending up to bat Hannah Schwartz, Megan Tonato, and then back to the top of the lineup, and Nicole Thompson in this inning. So far, just the 1 run has been scored. Both teams have threatened. Thompson got all the way to third base in the first inning for the Pioneers, but wasn't able to come home, and Polars have done a good job getting runners on second base. Multiple runners to second base already, but have only produced 1 run so far. Hannah Schwartz steps in, and she's ready to start this top of the 3rd inning. I'm Tim Peterson with Dan Wilson. First pitch of the 3rd inning, bunted and fouled away. Nothing in 1 to Schwartz. The 0-1 pitch from Pickett. Called a dead ball. It looked like it came inside and just got her leg a hair.
Yeah, I didn't quite to see it. Our vantage point, we have a heck of a vantage point here, but can't see through the catcher, so must have got a piece for him. Good one. Now you see in the third inning, Tim, right now, is you see some interesting things happening here. Now we're getting to the nitty-gritty.
Well, nerves are all gone. Now it's just a battle in heart. Ooh, that one hit her too. She went for the bunt. And 2 hit by pitches to start the top of the third. Not a bad idea for Youngman to walk out and talk to Pickett. I was wondering if they're actually just going to call that a hit by pitch because it seemed like she hung the bunt out there for a while.
It did look that way. And
if you're swinging and get hit by it, that's a strike. Yeah.
Well, I got to hand it to these Pioneers. I think they're tough. They're tough gals right here. You get 2 hit and just get up and take their base.
Well, 2 girls get hit in a row. I don't want to be that third batter.
Yeah.
Or maybe you do because they figure Pickett's going to buckle down and throw him right over the plate for you. But we'll see. It's the top of the order. And Nicole Thompson, remember, she got thrown out at third base, or tagged out at the plate after stealing second base. That ball's fouled off.
A very fine play.
1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out, 2 runners on. Third inning. Pickett hit the first 2 batters, now trying to battle back. Fouled off and called foul. Boy, that thing, look at it, landed just fair, but just had enough backspin on it to roll even with that plate.
That was really, really close. Now, if the catcher would have played that before it touched the plate, that would have still been a fair ball, and she could have played that as a fair ball.
And she picked it up and aimed to throw it down to first, it looked like, and I thought her better vantage point would be just gun that to third. 1-2 the count, this one's popped up. See if it's in play. It looks like it's going to get up and out of play, and it does. Coming in over is Fleischacker to take a look at it. Count remains at 1-2. Thompson singled to start the game, and a big hit here would be handy. There it is, swung on left side. It gets through. We'll see if they're sending the runner. No, they will not. They're going to hold up Schwartz at third, and the bases will be loaded for Kennedy Haug.
Play that a little tentatively. I don't know if I agree with that too much, Tim. To sit here, we're talking about a championship ball game here.
Well, I'm just going to
think
a one-run
situation.
They've played each other before, and Conway probably knows the arm of Knutson out there and left, and reason to hold her.
That's true. There's a lot of variables in there, but
nobody out, and bases are loaded. In the third, Pioneers trailing by 1, and the batter is Haug, and she takes a first pitch strike. Yep. Pickett and the Pullers, a big battle here, uphill battle, but the bases are loaded and nobody out. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on left side, not hit very hard. We picked up and played to first, but it's thrown low, and all runners are safe. Well, Pickett over there on first base just couldn't field it cleanly. 1 run comes in to score. We're all tied up at 1 here in the third, and bases are still loaded and nobody out.
Well, you see in there a confusing situation.
First base, number 14, Sydney Fabian.
The right out is go home, but her instincts took over and just go for what comes easy, and would have been the throw to first, and unfortunately wasn't played cleanly.
One of the better hitters in the conference, Sydney Fabian, steps in and fouls this one straight back, and it's coming right to me, right next to me anyway. Nice catch made by the fan next to us.
Tim, you bring your glove?
I should have. That was a nice job by the young men standing behind us, protecting the elderly lady sitting here, catching the ball above her. I'm sure she could have got it just as well, but they protected her nicely. The 0-1 pitch, thrown low, bounces in there. Try to throw something off speed to Fabian. Fabian not buying it. Count goes even at 1-1. Fabian 0 for 1 in the game, grounded out to second base in that first inning. 1-1, nobody out. That pitch low and outside, 2-1 the count.
Played cleaning. You said you look at it here and you think about what a golden opportunity Hill Murray right now has to really put pressure on the Pullers.
There's a hit right back up the middle. It's going to be scooped up. They're going to play it over to first, and they get the out there. There's 2 away, but the run comes in to score. And it's 2-1, Pioneers leading. So another fielder's choice. Runner still in scoring position on second and third, but now there's at least 1 away.
Well, here's a credit to the Pullers. To see what they can do is buckle down, keep their wits about them, and just shrug it off a little bit and get the outs that they need so they can get back in the batter's box.
First pitch misses for a ball.
On the other hand, you look at Hill Murray, and this is their opportunity, too, to capitalize.
Thompson
really dig it in.
Sorry, Dan. Thompson on third, Hogue on second. Bonfie the batter, and takes the pitch called strike. Looked to be a little inside and high to me, but called strike nevertheless. Count goes even at 1-1. That pitch missing low and outside, 2-1. Bonfie struck out looking there in the second inning. She's a little bit ahead in the count, 2-1. Pickett trying to battle back. The 2-1 pitch, called strike, 2-2.
I'm glad you really brought that up. Pickett's really going to show what she's made of here. I mean, as far as mental strength, physical conditioning, and sheer passion for the game here.
To get 2 runs against these Polars has been a monumentous feat. And that pitch called strike 3, said she went around and rung up. Well, Bonfie going down twice on strikes today. 2 away. Stephanie Borndale will be the hitter. She flew out to right field in the second inning, 0 for 1 on the day.
For the Pioneers, the shortstop number 9, Stephanie Borndale.
Two away, 2 on. First pitch. Bounces in there. Ichiro could have hit that one. Has he done that over the last so many years?
Well, Ichiro has a different style of his batting, and more or less like where you take a drag bunt, but his is more a drag swing. He's stepping out of the box at the same time he's contacting the bat, and you see a lot the girls do it in girls softball.
1-0 pitch called strike, 1-1. Well, early on when he came to American, started playing for the Mariners, he took a pitch, it bounced in there, and he swung and hit it. I just don't know if he's done that since very often.
I think this is a one-time shot. I do remember that.
It's kind of one of those lucky things where he swung and went, oh no, why did I swing? And end up making contact, and I believe he got a base hit out of it.
I think in his viewpoint, he'll just say it was sheer talent instead of luck.
I'm sure he would sound just like that saying it. Count is 2-1 with 2 away, 2 on, 2-1 lead. The pitch swung on, fouled off left side, 2-2. Well, then I mentioned getting older and playing softball. So far today, I've had 3 teams ask me to play for them this evening. I just, it's crazy. I don't want to play anymore. Called third strike. Pickett works her way out of it somewhat as she gets Borndale looking for the third out. Pioneers strike for 2 runs in this third inning. They lead it 2-1 now with the Polars coming up to bat in the bottom of the third inning. Tim Peterson, Dan Wilson, Pioneers and Polars on TV 19 Sport. Pioneers and Polars from North St. Paul. Peterson and Wilson from behind the backstop.
Happy to be here, Tim. Happy to be here.
It's been a great game so far, heading into the bottom of the third, and the Pioneers took that lead in the top of the third, mainly due to a couple hit batters. The first 2 batters in that order were beaned by Pickett, and they both scored.
She had a little bit of lapse in concentration where the ball got away from her, a little inside, and a couple left-handed batters, and they did what they did, and they stood in the box. They took their licks, and she gave up a couple of runs, which will be interesting to see how she bounces back here and how her mental capacity is. If she shrugs it off, if she dwells on it, it'll be really entertaining to see what happens.
Well, she gets a chance to help her own cause as she's leading things off. Is Carly Pickett for the Polars here in the third. Pickett will dig in. And just seems to me like she's not a girl you want in anger, because I think she's going to come up and do something very nice as she looks at first pitch ball. She actually looked down to Coach Vale, kind of like, are you kidding me? Pitch to me.
Do not be mistaken about her aggression. Her aggression is just still.
She knows how to bottle it up and use it in a good way compared to a lot of people who will just go up there and try to hit the ball as hard as they can. What happens 9 times out of 10, they pop it straight up in the air.
Well, good things come in small packages, too, so you see what happens.
2-0 the count, and now it's 3-0, and she's not happy about the pitches they're giving to her or not giving to her. 3 balls and no strikes. Three and 0. We'll see if she gets a green light and a good pitch to hit. She does not get a good pitch to hit, but it does catch the outside corner. Pickett thought she had the walk. Called strike. It's 3-1. Fun.
Yeah, she thought that was a little bit outside, and Blue thought caught a little bit of the corner of the plate.
Fabian even came over and said, "Nice job, Klein." 3-1, and that pitch misses high for a ball. Goes to 3-2. I said it was high. It went to 3-2. It was high. It's a walk. 4-1, I guess it would be. It's Pickett.
Right you are, Peterson.
Right you are who?
Right you are.
Oh. You never hear anybody say 4-1. 4 balls, 1 strike. That's a walk. First pitch to Bears. Swung on a miss, 0-1.
Now batting for your Bulldogs is center fielder number 4, Tammy Bears.
No balls, 1 strike.
Well, we'll see what kind of lead Pickett can take over here. Hogue with a right-handed batter could snap throw down to first.
The 0-1 pitch swung on left side. Oh! Nice hop right to the glove of King. She goes to second for the out. They get the lead runner, and there's 2 away. Excuse me, 1 away.
Well, what we call that is a classic bang-bang play. I mean, contact with the bat, ends up in the glove, instant throw to second, gets the runner before she can get there, gets her in time.
Right captain for your Bulldogs is shortstop number 7, Jamie Rubelke.
Jamie Rubelke will be the batter now. That pitch missing inside, 1-0. Rubelke singling in her last plate appearance. She hit a 2-2 single. 2 balls, 2 strikes single. Now has a 1-0 count here in her second at bat.
You look at Rubelke, and she's a batter's batter.
I've never heard anybody say a batter's batter before.
Well, you know, in the batter's batter, you get a batter in there with confidence. She's able to switch her feet up at will. She's got a great swing, solid high pitch, low pitch, outside pitch, inside pitch, quick wrists, and make things happen. I call that a batter's batter.
All right, I'll buy. 1-1. That pitch missing inside. Boy, that nearly got her knees. She didn't even move. 2-1 the count. White Bear Lake Press here again today.
There it is.
Flick throw down to first, not in time. Thrown by Hogue to Fabian. 2-1. Still to Rubelke. Three and one to Rubelke now. The 3-1 pitch. Missing high for a ball. So Bears on second now, Rubelke on first, and seems every inning so far the Polars have been able to get a runner to at least second base. Langevin will step in, Carly Langevin.
Well, the Polars have had their fair share of base runners. It's just a matter of getting them all around.
They trail this one 2-1 in a game which we expected to be close. First pitch gets by Hogue, and both runners are going to move up a base. That'll put Bears on third, Rubelke on second. The pitch count, or the count is 1-0 to Langevin. The announcer just said her name differently than I've been saying it, so I'm trying to change on the fly myself.
Adapt and overcome.
That's a Marine saying, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Fitting for all walks of life. That pitch missing. Called strike. 1-1. Late signal there by the home plate umpire, but it's 1-1 with 1 away and 2 on. Base hit could possibly score 2. Langevin 0 for 1 on the day. Swings at the off-speed pitch and misses.
There's that off-speed pitch we've been talking about. It's such a nasty tool to use against a hitter. So effective when used properly.
I think I would not sell that at all. My arm speed would totally change, and I'd look totally different trying to throw that. That pitch swung on and missed. And another strikeout thrown by Lindsay Klein. Klein's third strikeout of the game. And with 2 away, Christine Pickett will be the batter.
Committing for your Polars, the first base, number 8, Christina Pickett.
Christine, and you can tell she is sisters with Carly just by looking at their faces. If not sisters, very close relation. She looks at a first pitch strike.
There's something else I'm noticing what I really like about these batters. They're very disciplined up there. They're not afraid to take a pitch, to go deep in a count, let the pitcher throw many pitches, bring that pitch count up.
0-1. Swung on left side. High hop is played nicely. Throw to first is in the dirt and low, but Fabian fields it cleanly. Borndale with a nice stop. Fabian with a good stop over at first. And the Polars threaten but do not cross anybody across that coveted home plate. After 3 complete innings of play, the Polars trail the Pioneers 1-0 on TV 19 Sport.
Welcome back, everybody. We're back here with the Pioneers and Polars here in the championship ball game for up here in North St. Paul.
Dan, you want to talk about that last play? We'll get that in a second. First pitch called strike as Klein offered at it just a hair.
Absolutely. The play that sent us out of the 3rd inning, you see where we were talking about getting back in the deep in the count. She hits a good ball, and the shortstop makes a solid play where you got a runner, just feet away on third base. You got an opportunity to tie the ball game. You can see it happening, and where the defense makes a solid play, a hard play, and it makes a good throw where the first baseman has to dig it out and really benefit their team. It really deflates. In this case, it deflates the Polars and where they really feel. So they really have to dig deep now, get out of this inning, get back in here, and hopefully score a couple more runs.
Klein with a 1-1 count. Watches that pitch go by. Called ball, 2-1. Klein, King, Schwartz do up this inning for the Pioneers.
And not to keep beating a dead horse there, but to Hill Murray's credit, it shows that
wicked off speed.
All the work they've done in the offseason, all the work they've done in practice to really hammer in those fundamentals and make defensive plays. I mean, that really makes or breaks your ball team. So good on them.
The 2-2 pitch, off speed again, and she went around.
Oh!
Well, they had to check with the
appeal.
Umpire out in the field there, and
a little bit of appeal.
Appealed it down and called strike, so another strikeout by Pickett. That's her 7th of the game, and Kaylee King will be the batter. King struck out looking in her first plate appearance. And this is what Pickett wants to do or needs to do, as you were saying. She really hurled a fastball in there for a strike, is get back out on it defensively and shut it down right away and get back into the dugout and try to get base runners back on. They've been successful in every inning so far. Trying to do that again here as that pitch swung on and missed, and another heater comes in. Two quick fastballs for strikes to King. And Dan, we're going to see the off-speed pitch on the 3rd one, or just keep with the fastballs?
Oh, no, I'd give her the off-speed.
I'm going fastball. It is a fastball outside. 1-2. Now off-speed. She hasn't been able to make contact with the fastball. I think just keep going with it.
That's true. If you can go and pass them without having to make contact. There it was.
Off-speed it was and fouled off. That's a wicked off-speed pitch.
It's dirty. It's just dirty.
One ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. 2-1 the score here in the top of the 4th inning. That pitch just missing. And it's 2-2.
She works that off-speed pitch like a breakup text message you just don't see coming.
2 balls, 1 strike, or 2-2, excuse me, swung on and missed. And she has been broken up with. Her 2nd time King has struck out in the game. And another strikeout chalked up for Pickett. Trying to see if she can make it a trifecta, if you will, as they say for the Minnesota Twins. A snapper mow down inning, 2 strikeouts so far, and there's a strike thrown there with 2 away.
No, I'm impressed to say possibly being the captain of this team. I don't know, but right now she's establishing leadership on this team. She's coming out, she's saying, "Listen, girls, this is what we have to do." So she's got the ball in her hand, and she's going to knock the Pioneers down right now. And if she can go 1, 2, 3, water off a duck's back to what happened before, regain the win that they lost in their sales from the last inning, and just really pump them up now and get them back in this dugout and play great softball.
Whoa, I got out of the way of that one, didn't I? There's a fence in front of me, and I nearly hit the deck if that was coming right at my face.
I think Tom Connolly calls them the ugly finder.
Yeah?
He calls this one the ugly finder.
I found the ugly one, nothing in two. This one swung on. Fleischacker will scoop it up, make the throw on to first. It's low, but fielded cleanly by Christina Pickett this time. She come up with it, and it's good for the third out. So, Dan, you were saying the Polars needed a strong inning defensively. They get it. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. As we head to the bottom of the 4th inning, the Polars will try to tie it up. They trail 2-1 against the Pioneers. You're watching Polars and Pioneers on TV 19s. A lot of fans out here watching this one. They're lined up along the first baseline, along the third baseline as well, in the outfield all around. A good turnout for this big game for the Classic Suburban Championship. So far, the Polars are trailing 2-1 in this one. I'm Tim Pearson. Next to me is Dan Wilson. And Dan, so far, we've watched a great game between Pickett and Klein, both pitchers for North and Hill.
I tell you, Tim, the price for admission is absolutely perfect, free for a great ball game that's turning out right now. It's phenomenal.
Erin Youngman will be the first batter of this inning for the Polars, and that pitch comes inside. Boy, she would have held her ground, and she would have been on first base. That came really inside on her, but it's 1-0.
I always get a little scared on those low pitches. You know, you watch out your knees, and you take a ball off the knee, and that just...
I think it's just a reaction to get out of the way. This one's popped up down the first baseline. It's playable, and caught by Fabian. There's one away. One away. Allie Knutson will be the batter. She's 1 for 1 in the game with a base hit there in the 2nd inning.
Polars left fielder number 15.
She'll step in. She's ready to go. Lindsey Klein on the mound. She's ready to go. Gets her signal. Winds and throws. Misses high for a ball. 1-0.
Come on, Allie.
Well, if history repeats itself, Allie will get a base hit on this pitch. She had a 1-0 count in her first at bat. Got a base hit. She has a 1-0 count here, and called strike. Nice inside pitch, catching the inside part of that plate. 1-1.
Well, you see a moment in this game, they don't see a lot of offensive plays going on, like a lot of bunts.
That pitch high and away.
What North St. Paul's trying to do is the obvious. Try to get the batters on. You can't score runs without batters on base. And just let them swing away. Make good contact, put that ball in play, and you hopefully get batters on base.
Allison with a 2-1 count on her. Swings and fouls that one off. 2-2.
There's another thing I'd like to point out, too, is the sportsmanship in this sport. The teams are very aggressive, they're very competitive, but they really shine in the sportsmanship they have for each other. The respect of the game, it really shines through.
That pitch coming inside makes the count go full at 3-2. And that's something you always like to see. You gotta always remember it boils down to it's just a game.
It's just a game.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch, fouled back.
Battling 15. Keep it up, Allie.
Went right up and over the, what would you call it, pavilion?
I'd go with pavilion.
I almost said warming house.
That would work too.
But I don't know that they put ice rinks out here in the wintertime or not. But
well, they ought to if they don't.
Another payoff pitch on the way. Fouled off again. Boy, good at bat here for Allison so far.
This is an excellent at bat. She's being aggressive up there, and she's telling the pitcher that go throw it over the plate. Throw it over. Let me hit this ball. I mean, she's not giving her any room to work with.
Another payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Nice job by Klein hanging in there as well. Gets a strikeout. Aaron Pratt, back to the top, and Jamie Fleischacker, the batter. 4th strikeout of the game for Klein. And with 2 away, Fleischacker will step in. She's 0 for 2 on the day. She lined out in the 1st inning and struck out in the 2nd inning. Takes a ball here to start the at-bat. A lot of times we see home plate umpires as the more seasoned-looking umpires and one out in the field a little more youthful. Today, the other way around. Good to see it switched up a little bit. Base hit left side, and Flyshacker reaches for the first time today.
Flyshacker did exactly what the team needs there. And now you get a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel and try to tie this ball game up.
At the top of the order, see what they can do. They haven't done too much today, as Caitlin Stepanek will step in with a runner on first. He's 0 for 2 in the game, struck out swinging twice. But reached base on that first one as it got by the catcher Hogue. Runner goes. Throw down to second. Not in time. Flyshacker, using her speed, steals the base and gets into scoring position.
Well, Tim, Flyshacker had a great jump on that ball, and I believe in softball they're not able to go until the release of the ball. Is that correct?
I believe it is, yes.
I believe that's it. But still, she's able to get a jump off that release, and what you said there is her speed. She's like a gazelle out there.
Stepanek with a 1-0 count. That pitch was a ball low. And everybody's ready. Ump says play ball. The pitch swung on right side. Flyshaker's running on that pitch as well. Bobbled for a second. Play is made. Flyshacker comes around, but doesn't matter. Out at first base, and the Polars can't get on the board and even this game up. The only run coming as Pickett crossed home plate in that first inning. They still trail this one 2-1 heading in to the top of the fifth. You're watching the Polars and Pioneers for the Classic Suburban Championship Girls Softball on TV 19 Sports. Just about to start this fifth inning. The Pioneers lead this one 2-1. They lost the earlier season battle between these two teams by a score of 8-7. Looking to get a little revenge and win this Classic Suburban, as North's only loss came against South St. Paul. South St. Paul, the third place team. First batter of this inning for Hill Murray, Megan Tonato. He has a 0-1 count. Now it's even at 1-1.
Well, Tim, you make that a really good point there. You're looking for revenge. The teams remember that. Whether it was the first game of the season or middle of the game of the season, they remember that emotion and what happened there in that game, and they come out wanting to redeem themselves. And it's just like that happened yesterday. It doesn't matter any other game, especially in a situation like this with the Classic Suburban Championship. It's fresh.
2 balls, 1 strike, swung on right back. Pickett fields it smoothly, throws it to Pickett, and there's one away.
Pickett to Pickett.
Pickett to Pickett. And she picked it up. I should have said that as well, huh?
Yeah, you should have.
Pickett picks it up and throws it over to Pickett, who picks it up cleanly, and there's one away.
I smell a sitcom. Pickett to Pickett.
Pickett to Pickett. Pickett Fences. Wasn't that a show once?
I think so.
Second base, number 5, Nicole Thompson.
One away, and back to the top of the order. Nicole Thompson will step in. She's reached base twice so far today.
Oh, wow.
Bunts it straight down. Throw it.
Oh, wow.
Hit Thompson right in the back. Or maybe even got a piece of her helmet. She appears to be okay. It did hit her, but there is a base hit on that one, and Coach Vale is going to walk out.
What's interesting about this play is that you can call interference, but in this situation you don't call interference. What the runner did is she stayed right down the line. Now, if she was in fair territory, the runner would have been out. But she was still in foul territory right on the line. Therefore, it's up to the thrower or the fielder to make a clean play and get it to the first baseman. So, therefore, the runner is safe. She played it very well. But with the key thing about this play, if you caught in the early replay, she put that bunt down, and it died. It died right in front of that plate. And I got to tell you, me watching a lot of ball, I very rarely have ever seen that happen. It's just, it buried itself. It's very hard to do.
Murray's catcher, number 1.
Just dropped it right into the bunker. Good move. Well, Thompson's on first, and Kennedy Hogue will step in. Squares up to bunt. Pitch is low. Thrown on second. It's going to be close, and she is safe. Thompson using the wheels and stealing her second base of the game.
Hill Murray just, Hill Murray just pouring it on right now. They're relentless. They're not lining up at all. So
I thought Maury Povich showed up for a second when he said Hill Murray. Hill Murray, that pitch was called a strike. It's 0-1. With 1 away. Kenny Haug with an opportunity to widen this lead. Too low. Count evens at 1-1. Oh, you can really hear, I don't know if you can hear it at home, but the crowd really getting into this one now as we enter the fifth, as we're in the fifth inning.
Well, there's a little emotion out there.
Swung on and it's fouled off. That hit Hogue. She'll shake it out. Appears to be doing fine. Clean up home plate there so Pickett can see it a little better.
Mm-hmm.
So 1-2 the count with one away. And a runner in scoring position in Thompson. The off-speed pitch swung on and missed. And boy, that was a nasty pitch. It was off-speed and outside and just totally fooled Hogue. Well, that'll bring up Sydney Fabian with a good opportunity to knock in a run here. She has reached on an error and struck out today. Some would say she's due. That pitch skipped in there. Nice stop by Youngman behind the plate.
That's a really nice textbook stop by Youngman. She squares her shoulders, she drops her knees, and she deadens that ball right in front of her.
They're going to walk Fabian here.
We're going to change the pace here.
Pickett doesn't like it. That's competitiveness there.
That's true. Yeah, obviously you can see the competitive nature in her. She's playing for the team, obviously, but you know you want to put a runner on and may have a force out, get him out of the inning. It's
Pickett not wanting to throw it. Even that pitch she threw in for the intentional ball was over the plate. It was just high. So Youngman asks for time, jogs out to talk to Pickett. Count is 2-0 still.
Let's go. Should we charge against them then? I'll officiate.
Youngman comes back. She's ready. We'll see if they change something up here, Dan, or not. If they keep going with the intentional walk, it looks like
they're still going with the walk.
Well, these walk pitches still come in hot.
A lot of people wonder what do the players talk about on the mound? What does the catcher talk with the pitcher in the mound? What does the coach talk with the pitcher and the players on the mound? The running joke is, hey, what kind of pizza are we going to order tonight? But the truth is, you know, as a pitcher, there's a lot of emotions up there, and the catcher holds the responsibility of being a manager, of being a shrink, and a psychologist all at the same time. So,
with two away, not a bad decision to go ahead and put Fabian out. As Bonfie has struck out twice today so far, once looking and once swinging. And I think Coach Bale over there well aware of it. Mm-hmm. That's why he goes ahead and walks Fabian, who's a dangerous hitter.
Nice block.
Youngman.
Very nice block.
Nice job again. And the count's 2-0 now to Bonfie. Well, that wind picking up a little bit more, giving me the chills here. 75 degrees, I'm getting chills. That pitch misses low for
I'll take it, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
3-0 to Bonfie.
Well, Pickett found herself in a position that she did not want to find herself in here now. It's
the 3-0 pitch.
There you go.
Called strike. Eight strikeouts in the game, but behind in this count is Carly Pickett. 3-1 with 2 away and 2 on. The 3-1 pitch. Called strike 2. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs, 2 on. A one run lead for the Pioneers.
Maury Povich.
I tongue twisted myself there. Sappert is a practice tongue twisters all the time, so that doesn't happen. Swing and a miss. Pickett pitches her way out of it. Gets the strikeout, the third one she's thrown against Bonfie. She's got 9 in the game. The Pioneers still lead this one by a score of 2-1 as the Polars will try to get that run back here in the bottom of the 5th. You're watching the Polars and Pioneers Classic Suburban Championship on the line on TV 19 Sports. Bottom of the 5th inning as we look at a little informational sign, and it says objects batted, Dan. I only pretty much know of 2 things that could be batted here, or should be anyway. And baseballs or softballs, and typically on these fields it's just softballs. But you got to warn the fans either which way. This is actually a baseball field. As I look out to center field. There's a fence out there. It's 300. And that would be a heck of a shot.
That would be tremendous. With the wind that we have today and the amount of power you have to put on there.
I've actually seen it done. Former Gophers catcher was in a home run contest the other day, and she could do it.
Oh.
Carly Pickett, the pitcher, gets to lead things off again. She led off the 3rd inning and now leads off this 5th inning and takes a ball. Bunts at this one. Boy, and she really had to get that bat out there far. Almost needed an oar to reach that one as she was making her way down toward first base, but still made contact with it, but it went foul. It's 1-1.
I know. To backtrack, Tim, we were talking about how their futures in the NCAA when they go off to other schools and colleges. They're good now. They're great players now. But what they're going to be, the potential that they possess, and what they're going to grow into, and how strong they're becoming, how more accurate they're going to become. You just see that there's more development happening. Even though they're great ball players now, you're just going to be greater, if that's a term you'd like to use.
0 for 1 in the game. Does a running swing and pops it up to center field. Schwartz comes in and makes the catch. And Pickett is the first out here in the bottom of this 5th inning. And Tabby Bears will step in. She has reached base twice today. Once on the fielder's, well, both times on the fielder's choice. Made it as far as 3rd base. Made it to 2nd base and 3rd base so far, but unable to come across the 4th base in home plate. First pitch, low for a ball, 1-0. Or Belke due up next.
The Pullers here just looking for a window of opportunity.
1 ball, no strikes, swung on and missed. 1-1, even count. Just kind of noticing Tabby's ponytail there. It's multicolor.
It's two-tone.
Two-tone, yeah. 2-1. It's blonde on the furthest outward part, and kind of is it auburn? Would you say on the lower half or brown?
I would go with auburn.
Auburn, yeah. That's 2-1. Swung on.
Ooh, nubbed
in
it.
The left side, picked up by King. She'll make the throw to Fabian, and is just in time. There's 2 away.
We call that a cue shot right off the end of the bat.
That didn't look to have a lot of spin on it, which usually a lot of those ones will when they come off the end of the bat. Nice play by King there on the 5-3 put out, and there's 2 away. And Rebelke will step in. Rebelke so far today has singled and walked. She's 1 for 1 with a walk. First pitch comes in high and hot. It's 1-0.
She's throwing the heat.
One ball, no strikes. That pitch misses inside, 2-0. Should mention Zach Halverson with the day off today. Probably out enjoying this nice weather, maybe with the fishing opener now in almost full effect, at least for walleyes. Bass you cannot keep as of yet.
Well, I hope
strike.
I hope Zach's out catching his limit today.
Yeah, bring us some walleye fillets back to the studio. Actually, I have no idea what he's doing today. He just has the day off, so. That pitch misses. It goes to 3-1. Zach Halverson on air with me and Jamie Dustin every other Wednesday for Sports Path, which is a recap of what happens like that you may see on Sports Path. Swing and a miss. Count goes full at 3-2. Recap shows some highlights, let you know where the teams stand, what the standings are. And we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here, and we don't have many shows left, so make sure you tune in every Wednesday. We're live at 5. Swung on, left side. Just foul as it went right down the line.
Tim, myself, I'm a big fan of Sports Path.
And you have been on it, and your name's been on it, as you've worked with us once before.
And I'm honored. Thanks for having me back. Ongoing interview really is what this is, huh?
Yeah.
Ongoing interview.
Yeah, this is it. We're just getting free work out of you at this point. You know, once you catch on, we're gonna have to find somebody new. Many volunteers here at TV 19, and if you'd like to, just contact Arlen Becker. The payoff pitch, missing high for a ball, and Rebelke, the first base runner here of this 5th inning with 2 away. A lot of volunteers come out and just help out to support community television, kind of like yourself and I being volunteers at the City of St. Paul and the St. Paul Winter Carnival.
Absolutely.
Unpaid position as Coach Vale looking to make a change here. Looks like Aaron Prax is in there. I don't know what the defensive change is as we look at Sports Path promo, if you will, letting you know when it is on. It'll be coming up here next week.
Very stylish promo.
Like that?
Yeah, I do like that. Look at that.
It's good work by volunteers. They do all the graphics and all that stuff. So
it's amazing work that volunteers do.
Aaron Prax due up as I hear somebody begging for attention in the truck, but we're not going to give him any. Carly Lyman, the batter, with 2 away and a runner on first. Nick Anderson, the producer of the show. Aw, I gave you props. 0-1 as that first pitch called strike. We can give Nick props as he keeps volunteers on task and on cue. That pitch missing for ball, 1-1. And Aaron Prax is the pinch hitter here. If I didn't already say that, I don't believe I did.
Aaron coming in, and she looks like she has a very, very good bat.
Runner goes, thrown on second. Nobody's standing on second. That ball's going into the outfield. Nicely played out there by Schwartz, just making sure she was backing that throw up. Catcher did her job, get that ball down there. It's the fielder's job to get to the base. You throw to the base, not the player.
Always throw to the base.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Prax. 2 away. Klein looking in, winds and throws. Just misses. 2-2.
Prax has got a great eye.
Looking for her 5th strikeout against Prax, who hasn't batted. She's a designated player, the flex player, and plays right field. Batting here for Langevin. Swing and a miss. Gets her 5th strikeout of the game. And the pullers are set down. Once again, Klein doing a fantastic job for the Pioneers up to this point. We're heading into the 6th inning. Due up for Hill Murray will be Stephanie Borndale, Lindsey Klein, and Kaylee King as they lead this one. Have led almost this entire game. I'm Tim Peterson along with Dan Wilson. You're watching the Pioneers and Pullers on TV 19 Sports. Borndale, the batter, as he took a first pitch there. And that one check swung at and called strike. Carly Pickett ahead in this count against Borndale. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Oh, strike 3, and Pickett still firing them in there. Pickett's given up 2 runs. I have to check, but I do not believe they're both earned.
I believe they're hit by a pitch.
They were hit by a pitch, and there was an error in that inning. First pitch, another strike. Pickett's rolling.
Pickens just looking for run support from the rest of her team. Right now, she's coming out like a bull. She wants to throw that ball hard and fast, and she's doing exactly that.
Swing and a miss, 0-2. Pitch missing, 1-2 the count. That pitch just missing, 2-2. The crowd let out a whoa on that one, thinking that might be called a strike. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, another strikeout for Pickett. She just keeps rolling.
That's just command. You look at the way she's pitching right now, she is just command of her position and command of her team right now.
Two away and another strike thrown by Pickett.
And the plate for the Pioneers, third base, number 11, Kaylee King.
11 strikeouts so far for Carly. And ahead in the count here, nothing is one to Kaylee King. Struck out Born and Klein so far in this inning. Throws the off-speed pitch there in for a ball. 1-1. King so far today, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. 1-1 the count with 2 away. Swung on right back to Pickett. Pickett picks it up, throws it to Pickett, and that retires the side. You knew we were going to get it in eventually here, Dan. So Pickett working fast on that mound and gets right through that 6th inning. We're going to head into the bottom of the 6th. Pioneers lead the Polars 2-1. You're watching the Pioneers and Polars on TV 19 Sports.
Welcome back, everybody, to the North, where you're watching the Polars take on the Pioneer for the Classic Suburban Championship. Right now, you just see we're taking a look at the area out here. It's a beautiful day for a ball game. You've got a slight breeze with the wind turbine going, planes in the air, and a healthy crowd out here watching a great ball game against the Pioneers and the Polars. Going back to the Polars, Carly Pickett is throwing an absolute gem today.
Yeah, she's got 11 strikeouts so far, just roaring back, but she still trails by a run.
She needs run support from her team right now. It's up to the team. She did her job. She's out there doing exactly what she's asked to do, and now the team's got to pick up their proverbial weight and get runs. They have to get runners on and score runs.
We'll see if Carly's little sister Christine can do it as she takes the first pitch called strike. 0-1, looks for a time and gets it. She has walked and grounded out. 0 for 1 on the day. Took a 4-pitch walk in that 2nd inning. Klein still on the mound for the Pioneers. This one's fouled back and out of play down the first baseline. 1-1 is the count. One ball, 1 strike.
You can really feel the intensity boiling up right now, getting later in this game. It's a 1-run game.
I missed the call. It's 0-2, isn't it? Yeah. Scoreboard says one thing. Swung and a miss. It was 0-2, and that's strike 3 as Pickett goes down. That'll bring up Aaron Youngman. Youngman so far in the day hit into a fielder's choice and flew out to first. So 0 for 2 on the day. The bottom half of North's lineup in the 6th inning. Possibly, if they don't do anything here, we'll send it there you go to the top. Base hit. Right as I say it, Youngman reaches, and the Polars side gets fired up.
It's a beautiful game, Tim, where you can fail 7 times out of 10 and still be considered success.
We're going to bring in Julia Tanzer, the sophomore, to be the runner over there on first base. Kind of like a famous actor. You can fail lots of times, but you always get another chance if you're good.
That's true. No,
who's Iron Man?
I think so.
That actor? Can't think of his name.
You know, neither can I. Youngman right there, she's having a stellar time behind the plate, and then she comes out and supports her team by getting a C&I single.
That ball low and in the dirt. Tanzer's going to hustle down to second, and the Polars got a runner in scoring position. Hogue just couldn't field that ball cleanly. It was hopped in there through the dirt. And the count to Knutson is 2-0.
Great heads-up reaction by the runner. To see the ball squared away from just a little bit of inclination, that ball's not going to be cleanly played and just running and then taking a base. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. That pitch swung on left side and bobbled
over there, and they're going to have no play. Oh, they got to play at second. And the throw over is made, and the runner, they called safe. She dropped the ball. Oh, nice play. Alert play by Borndale, thrown to Thompson. Thompson just couldn't hang on, and she put the tag on, and both runners called safe.
I don't really see the confusion that happened there. She just froze. She froze in the baseline.
Oh, Tanzer having not played much today at all. Oh, now there's some discussion going on.
Talk about it.
See if they called that.
You can see in the replay.
They're bringing in another pinch runner here.
Yeah, she freezes in the baseline and wants to see her make a move. Is she going to throw to first? Is she not going to throw to first? But then realizes, oh, I'm a little too far away from second. And she almost really put herself in a bad position by getting herself out. But luckily, she made it back to the bag, and second baseman was able to field the throw cleanly.
Coach Vail didn't like how that all shook down. He went and took her out, takes out Tanzer, and puts in Maddie Strom to be the pinch runner now. Replacing a sophomore with a sophomore. We're heading to the top of the lineup for North, and I was just saying, in the top of the bottom of the seventh inning, they'd be coming with their top of their lineup. Instead, the bottom comes through. Jamie Fleischacker, the top of this lineup for the Polars, the batter, with 2 on and 1 out. Klein wheels and deals. Called ball. Boy, North has threatened all game. They haven't the last couple innings. They have to go all the way back to the 4th inning. They got a runner to second base, but that was it, and that was Fleischacker. And she bats here now in the 6th, ahead in the count at 1-0. That pitch misses high for a ball, 2-0.
We got the wind doing a little tricks on us. Now it's coming, instead of coming in from right field, we got a good strong wind coming in from left field.
As long as it doesn't start swirling, we're okay. I looked up for clouds, and there's not really any sustainable clouds in the sky, so I think we're safe with tornadoes. Swung on! Base hit, right center field. Coming around is Strom. They're going to center. Here comes the throw in. It's cut off. Relay throw, not in time.
Tie ball game.
Holy moly. Just like that, we're even at 2. And I almost thought that throw from center they should have let it come all the way in, but still playing to hold runners and keep force outs.
She puts it right up the middle, and the center fielder fields it nice and clean with a nice strong throw. That's a situation where the catcher's got to tell the cutoff, just let it go. No cut, no cut, no cut. Let that ball throw, and then you could have a close play. It was still a close play at the plate, but even if they didn't have that cut may have been an out. That's the difference between an out and a run.
So we're all even at 2 here in the 6 o'clock, or in the 6th inning, that is. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 runs apiece. Runners on first and second. I gotta get my focus back here.
It is exciting, Tim, isn't it? We're just trying to figure out where we're at. We get back into the situation. Just like the rest of the crowd, we're tight. The North St. Paul baseball players are still in left field watching this game. This is an exciting, exciting game right now.
Julia Tanzer, who just came off the base paths. Now we know why she was replaced, because she is the pinch hitter. Swings and fouls that one off. Count evens up at 1-1. That's why Coach Vail made that replacement and put Strom out there on second base instead. 1 ball, 1 strike, runners on first and second. North has just tied this one up with 1 away. Klein's still the pitcher on the mound for the Pioneers. She wheels and deals, swung on. Left side, boy, that should be an easy catch. No throw made to either base by Borndale. There's 2 away.
No, the coach's credit. He's always a couple steps ahead. He wants to see what's happening. You're always thinking, well, if this happens, we're going to do this. If this happens, we're going to do that.
Well, we'll see if they'll pitch to Carly here now.
The pitcher, number 11, Carly Pickett.
Well, is this poetic right here?
Is it not? See if she can help her own cause. Base hit will potentially score a run, depending.
You can't write a situation like this.
First pitch to Carly Pickett. Bunts it.
Oh, boy.
Right back to the mound. Klein's going to have to hurry. She picks it up, throws to first.
Safe.
And called out at first base. Oh, we got controversy, folks. A lot of people will disagree with that one, but the 3rd out is made. Carly Pickett just couldn't make it. Inning ends.
Ask for help, you're a mile away.
As Pickett called out at first. 1 run does get in to score, and we are even at 2, heading in to the top of the 7th inning. You're watching the Pioneers and Polars on TV 19 Sports. Polars tie it up in the bottom of the 6th inning. Pickett's been throwing a gem out there for the Polars so far. We're all even at 2 here heading into the 7th inning. Hannah Schwartz, Megan Tonato, and then back to the top of the lineup, Nicole Thompson, the due batters, ones who are due up this inning in this top of the 7th inning. We're going to go back to that last half an inning, and Dan, what happened?
Well, you're talking about a controversial ending to this inning. Pickett puts down an excellent bunt, and you just see, I got to be biased, but I'm going to let you guys decide on that your own self. She was called out on that play when you can clearly see that she did beat the throw there, which would have kept them in this inning. They had a really great strategy happening, and sometimes...
Here's a bunt. Fleischacker picks it up, throws over to first, and that wasn't out there. A nice try on the bunt. Good hustle made by Schwartz.
Sometimes, baseball, softball, it emulates life. Life isn't fair. And and sometimes it doesn't work out the way you wanted it to.
I thought it was kind of fun. One of the fans called for an appeal. Like in football, you can look at replays. Here you can't. That ball skips in there. It's a ball. 1-0. Tonato got hit by a pitch and scored a run there in the 3rd inning, as did Schwartz. And that's the 2 runs that Hill Murray has put on the board so far today. Tonato hit by that pitch. She also grounded out, 0 for 1 on the day, with what will go down in the books as a walk. Now 1-1. Boy, Pickett, you just watch your facial expressions out there, just in the zone.
Focused, in. Wow.
Look at that off-speed pitch. Another nasty one comes in there for a strike. 1-2. I was watching her the whole time that time, and it looked like she was going to fire it. And boy, she just takes so much off it. Little pitch in there, strike 3, ring her up, and set her down. 2 away.
Pickett does not tip off on anything. She is just straight focused, center, bam, right over there, boom, right over that plate. It's a thing of beauty.
Here's a pitch swung on right away, scooped up, thrown to first. They had to hustle to get Thompson, but they do so. Nice play, Rebelke over to Pickett, and that retires the side. That was a quick top half of the 7th. We're heading to the bottom of the 7th. We're all tied up 2-2 from North St. Paul. You're watching the Polars and Pioneers going for the Classic Suburban Championship on TV at 19 Sports. Back here from North St. Paul as we have a thriller. Polars just tying it up in their bottom half of the 6th inning. Pioneers do nothing in the 7th. And we're heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. Tabby Bears, the batter, slotted to be up. And Jamie Rebelke, Carly Langvin, the 4, 5, and 6 batters. We're all even at 2. Bears will step in. Lindsey Klein on the mound. Tim Peterson and Dan Wilson on the microphones. And Dan, this is your first softball game calling it. Has it lived up to your expectations?
Absolutely phenomenal. I am on the edge of my seat watching this game in progress. Tim, I want to read the Hollywood script that was written for this. Tied 2-2 in the 7th inning, coming into to this conference final. This is unbelievable. You can't write this stuff. This is phenomenal. I'm excited, and I'm really, really happy to be here.
1 ball, no strikes. That pitch misses outside. 2-0. North, the home team, proud, getting into it, trying to get their team Willem to victory, if you will. 2-0, the pitch count. Klein wheels and deals. Inside, 3-0.
I think it's fair to mention right now some of these stats. The pitcher for North, Carly Pickett, she's throwing a gem. 12 Ks. She's got 12 strikeouts on the day so far.
Wow. Klein doing just as well on the other side, not as far as the strikeouts go, but keeping the base runners in check. As a 4-pitch walk there by Klein, though.
Well, the Hill Mary's credit too. They're so defensively sound. They're just fundamentally sound. They're a tremendous force to play against.
I believe both teams with 1 error so far today, and North Pioneers made theirs last inning. First pitch ball, that's 5 balls in a row thrown by Klein. That'll draw Fabian over to talk to Klein for a second. Fabian,
couple words of encouragement.
1 ball, no strikes, nobody out, runner on first. Ball low, 2-0. A lot of balls in a row here thrown by Lindsey Klein to start off the 7th inning. 6 in a row. If I'm Rebelke, I'm taking the whole way. Wait till she gives you a strike. There's another ball.
Well, you said it right there, Tim. You said it right there. Just stay there until she throws you a strike. It's all, they have the advantage right now.
7 balls thrown in a row. Rebelke's got the bat resting now. She picks it up. And there's a strike thrown. Nice job by Rebelke, showing good patience, just waiting for a strike to be thrown. Finally gets there, and the count goes to 3-1. Polar's batting in the bottom half of the 7th inning. That pitch comes in there a little off speed. They say she did not go around at all. Not even a hesitation or a check down to see if she did. And it's ball 4, and I can only expect that might draw some attention to the mound as it's 2 walks in a row to start this bottom half of the 7th inning. Hogue does make her way out there. We'll see who the batter is going to be here. They had Prax hit last time. Vale talking to the home plate umpire, letting him know what he's planning on doing. Coach Vale, what a successful first season for him. 12-1 after coming in, following a very respected coach who went down to Lakeville to coach.
Well, you come into the first season, when you try to take over a squad like this, after what you said earlier, past coach who set down a ground rule and had players for him, and coming into a program such like the North Polars, demanding the respect that he demands, and then getting results from his players the way he's getting them in his first season. It just shows great credit upon himself.
Sean Hall was the coach who went down to Lakeville. Lily Langvin, the batter, bunts one. Nobody covering first. No, they got over there. High throw. And we'll see if, they say definitely out at first, but nice job on the bunt. Advancing the 2 runners did Lily Langvin. So she gets a sacrifice there, and there's 1 away. But runners on 2nd and 3rd, and that is the go-ahead runs on base with the pitcher's sister coming up, and Christina Pickett. So far today, batting-wise, Tina has walked, grounded out, and struck out 0 for 2 on the day with a walk, and can really help make dinner this evening a lot more comfortable with a base hit here.
Give him something to talk about during Memorial Weekend, huh?
There you go. Timeout's called all over. Coach Conway also wants to talk about defensive strategy with 1 out, 2 runners on.
This is what I really like about high school sports, Tim, is an opportunity for coaches to go out and coach their players. It's a learning opportunity. It's a situation where you realize that the age of these athletes, the condition of these athletes, how much emotion they have invested in this, and the coaches take their time to give these opportunities. It's a learning moment, a learning curve, and you see where it's allowed to do on both sides. The officials allow them to do it. There's no pace to the game. It gets an opportunity for them to relax, to think about what's coming up next, to learn something. And that's what they're all here to do too. They're still learning.
And you forget sometimes the age. Like when I was in that age, I still got home from school and watched a little Scooby-Doo, and then I worried about going to get my driver's permit or my driver's license, and if I could get a car and all that stuff. Now this is some serious, intense moments here on the field. Pickett at the plate. Runners are Bears and Rubelke on 3rd and 2nd. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Klein on the mound. Ahead on this count, 0-1. 1 away, 2 on, base hit wins it. Pickett takes the time. Boy, just a sophomore. Or not, excuse me, an 8th grader. Where's number 8? I should know that just by reading the number. But the pressure and the stuff you get to feel in Pickett, who's batting right now. 7th inning, bottom. A pitch. Strike 2. Klein cool and calm out there, doing what she needs to do, getting ahead in the count. Erin Youngman due up next. 2 on, 1 out. 0-2 the count. Klein looks in. Pickett's ready. Runners are ready. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 7 for Klein. The infield comes in and pats Klein in the back. There's 2 away. That means the outfield can play a little deeper. You don't have to come in and worry about that play at the plate so much. Youngman, the batter, sees hit into fielder's choice, flew out, and singled and scored a run.
Sitting here with an opportunity to be a hero.
Youngman ready. The pitch from Klein on the way. In there for a strike 1. Youngman, the sophomore catcher, trying to win the conference for her team, or help win the conference. The 0-1 pitch. Strike 2. Klein throwing strikes now.
Tim, I gotta tell you right now, you could be anywhere in the city, right? I would. There's no other anywhere else in the city I'd rather be than right here, right now. This is the best ticket in town.
0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Just misses outside. 1-2. Youngman, we've talked about her catching skills this afternoon. Very good. Now trying to use her batting skills against Klein, who's pitched very well with 7 strikeouts on her own. The 1-2 pitch, 2 runners on. Drilled down the left field line, but way foul. Well, that was an inside pitch, and she really turned on it.
She turned on that solid. She saw what she wanted. She turned on that and just really opened up on that pitch.
Score remains 2-2, bottom of the 7th, 2 runners on. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Conference title on the line. Here's the pitch. Just misses again, 2-2. Well, we got 2s everywhere now except for the inning. Score 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And a time called. There are 2 runners on base. Bears and Rebelke. Bears on third, Rebelke on second. North only worries about Bears coming home right now. The 2-2 pitch. High, 3-2. Now Knudsen, written down as the next batter up. She's singled, struck out, and reached on an error in the game. 1 for 2. Full count, 3-2. Payoff pitch, bottom of the 7th inning, 2 runners on, 3-2 pitch. High for a ball, walked her. 3rd walk of the inning for Klein. That'll bring up Allie Knudsen, the 9th batter in this lineup.
Here's a key situation here, Tim. You're thinking about, a lot of people will be distracted with the fact that there are 3 runners on base and the bases are loaded. That's not the distraction. Do not be distracted by that. You look directly at that batter, you go at that batter, and you want to get that out. You don't worry about anything else at this situation right now.
No need with 2 outs, just get an out. First pitch called strike by Klein. 0-1 to the sophomore Knudsen. Base is loaded, 2 outs, 1 strike. Bottom of the 7th, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch there, makes it 0-2.
Lindsey Klein looking like she's got ice water in her veins. Not shaken, not disturbed by it whatsoever.
Klein ready with the 0-2 pitch. Tries to get her to chase. He doesn't do so. 1-2 the count.
It helps to have a little flair for the dramatic in a situation like this.
Klein is senior.
The senior this year. So I was just going to say that, Tim. Thank you.
The 1-2 pitch. Swing and fouled off. Allie just staying alive here. Keeps the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. or 1 ball, 2 strikes. Score is 2-2. Bottom of the 7th. North with a chance to win with a hit. Here's the pitch. Fouled off right side again. Fabian giving chase to it. Good hustle on her part, but not able to get there in time. Nice job by Knutson just protecting that plate.
You talk a lot of pressure on the pitcher, though. I have so much pressure on the hitter too, as well. There's so many times you spend in the batting cages swinging and hitting the ball. Every player wants to be in this situation. When you're a little kid to when you're a grown adult.
1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Swung on left side. Picked up and stepped right on third base. Nicely played by King. Knocking down, grabbing that ball, and the Pioneers Polars had them load them up. Pioneers set them down. They get out of that inning, nothing harmed. We're heading to extra innings, folks. You're watching one stellar game here on TV 19 Sports. It's the Polars and Pioneers, and we're on location, TV 19. Back here at North St. Paul, where we have one fantastic pitching matchup in Carly Pickett and Lindsey Klein. Both pitchers and their teams have given up 2 runs, but yet we got extra innings because of that.
We got extra innings, and that's right, Tim. We have extra innings right now. Extra innings in the conference final game to find out who takes this conference away. This is tremendous. This is absolutely tremendous. They've really given the crowd here and the people who are going to watch this game later on in broadcast something to watch over and over and over again. It really showcased the talent of both these squads. It shows that both these squads both deserve to be on top of this division, and you're really looking at the number 1 team of the division.
They're playing like it, and if you want to copy this game, contact Arlen Becker at TV 19. First pitch swung on down the third baseline, but foul. Swung on by Kennedy Hogue. We're always willing to send out copies of this game. Like I said, there's Arlen's information. Just contact him, and he'll get you what you need in this thrilling game between the Polars and Pioneers for the conference championship.
I'll tell you one thing: if you need to take a bathroom break right now is not the time.
No. There's a check swing, but called strike. She said she went around. It's 0-2. I remember watching the NCAA hockey Frozen 4. The Gophers played Maine, and it went into extra periods. Not one person swinging a miss, and another strikeout for Pickett. Went to extra time, double overtime. And I remember I was working at the Excel Center at the time. Not one person got out of their seat through all the overtime, both overtimes. Nobody moved in that place.
I was an active duty Air Force station in Texas at the time, and I was an establishment, the only Minnesotan there that's sitting at that place and would not move from that game. I would not move.
I saw a guy stand in front of me when the Gophers scored. He jumped up and hit his head on the ceiling and didn't realize he did. I said afterwards, "You realize you hit your head on the ceiling?" He goes, "I did." Fouled off, 0-2 to Sydney Fabian, who's 0 for 2 on the day with a walk. Pioneers hoping to get something going here in this top of this 8th inning. Pickett still on the mound, throws the off speed there for a ball, 1-2.
Again, we keep preaching about how well Pickett's throwing tonight. It's just truth. There's no other way around it. She is throwing an absolute gem.
Another off speed pitch, tried to get Fabian to chase it. She decides against that, and the count evens up at 2-2.
Even this late in the game, Young is still taking pitch signs from the dugout.
3 straight balls. Runs the count full at 3-2. Well, she's just a sophomore behind the plate, so
wow,
probably still learning a bit. The reins haven't been turned over. A hit up the middle, and Fabian reaches for the 2nd time today. First time on a base hit.
C&I single there for Fabian.
Bonfie will step in now. Bonfie not having a good day today. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts.
Oh, wow. She's working on a golden sombrero right now.
Well, there's out of the 13 thrown by Pickett, Bonfie with 3 of them. The golden sombrero, huh?
Golden sombrero. It's a term used if you strike out 4 times in a game.
Yeah, Cinco de Mayo is passed. I don't think Bonfie wants one anymore.
No.
That pitch missing for a ball. Fabian representing the go-ahead run on first base. Pickett winds and throws, swung on down the first base line, but foul. Nice play there made by Coach, picking it up in that foul territory.
Coach setting an example.
Got in front of it with no glove.
No glove. Soft hands. Does a lot of dishes at home.
A little too much palm olive. That pitch thrown in there for a strike. Count goes even at 2-2. Bonfie ready, Pickett ready, looking for a 14th strikeout. Off-speed pitch swung on left side, picked up. Fleischacker checks second, throws over to first. Now throw down to second, trying to get Fabian off that bag a little bit. Fabian gets back and represents the go-ahead run now here on second base.
Even though that at-bat turned out to be an out, the way she sat back on that pitch, she saw what was happening. She laid back on it and then waited, and then swung her hands right over that plate and made great contact. And the Polaris Grit, they made a great play to get that out. So it was great on both sides.
Shortstop Borndale steps in with 2 outs. Go-ahead runner on second base, and that pitch comes in there for a called strike. She wanted to know if she went around on that one. Ump said no, that was just a strike. Nothing in 1, 2 away. Fabian on second. Pickett on the mound. Slings one in there, a little low. Count evens up at 1-1. Dan, does it upset you at all that Hill Murray girls are all wearing your pants? Do you get that reference whatsoever? All their pants are Wilson.
I gotta tell you.
You give them permission?
They came through the copyright. When I come down from the top, green lighted that.
Very nice of you. Green lighted Hill Murray, get it? They wear the green.
That's funny.
Good point. 1-2. Ball misses outside, 2-2.
Do appreciate the reference.
Klein waiting on deck. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on right side. That's to be scooped up and flipped over to first.
Clean, very clean.
Nice play by Stepniak. Over to Pickett. And that retires the side. One hit in that inning, no runs after the 4-3 putout. We're going to head to the bottom of the 8th inning with the score still knotted up 2-2 against the Pioneers and Polars on TV 19 Sports. Heading into the bottom of the 8th inning, Lindsey Klein still on the mound for the Pioneers. Yes, I said bottom of the 8th inning as we have extra time to try to get a winner out of this one. The score is even at 2-2. I'm Tim Peterson. Alongside of me is Dan Wilson.
Hey.
And this is TV 19 Sports. We're on location here at North St. Paul. The wind seems to be at our backs now, blowing out. Has it changed maybe for the 3rd time, or is it just kind of swirling around here?
It's really peculiar. Just as much as this game is, it's adding to the intensity and the excitement of what this game's adding to it. This is absolutely fantastic, Tim. We are watching one stellar ball game at this level of talent, and you just can't ask for a better situation. It's terrific, absolutely terrific.
Well, the top of the lineup is batting for North, and they got to be happy about that. As Jamie Fleischacker got a base hit in their last plate appearance. She's 2 for 4 on the day, has stolen a base, and is the leadoff hitter in this lineup for North. 8th inning the bottom of the 8th is underway. First pitch is a ball. One and 0. That pitch missing, 2-0.
The sun's starting to be a factor here a little bit in the as this game continues to go into extra innings. We have the sun's going down a little bit, and it can be more of a factor with the catcher and with the batters as it comes down to the left field wall. As if we didn't need any more catalyst for drama in this conference final game.
3-1 to Flyshacker. Starting to see a lot more walks here in these later innings.
Well, they're getting a little tired, obviously. And you throw enough pitches, you're going to wear a little bit out. You're going to lose a little bit of control. But
and there's a walk, just like that.
But with to their credit, they're battling. These two young ladies are out there and they are throwing the game of their lives. And they're gonna miss a little bit, but they obviously do not want to come out. They want to stay in. They want to finish the game. They want to be, they want to have the credit for it. But
Stepanak, who was pinched hit for in her last at bat, back in here again. Squares up to bunt.
Oh, boy.
And fouls it down the first base line. It looked like it might have hit her. Rolled up off her arm, but foul ball nonetheless. 0-1. Infield pinching in on the corners. Expecting a bunt. Carly Pickett due up next.
I'm going to talk it over a little bit. Don't want at this point in the game, you don't want to get your signs mixed up. You want to know exactly what you're doing at the right time.
And then defensively, they want to talk a little strategy there as well as the infield all comes in to the mound. And they discuss things. 0-1 the count. Score is tied at 2. Bottom of the 8th, runner on first. The pitch. Called strike. 0-2. You'd think Stepniak would be swinging now. Caitlin 0 for 3 on the day. Just wants to advance that runner to second base if she can. Flyshacker's got some speed. We'll see if she'll be going on the pitch. Time called.
To me, it's one of those games where years down the line after this is gone, long gone, they're all these players, all these fans will still talk about a game like this.
To decide the conference championship. There goes Flyshacker, fouled off left side, out of play. Well, still showing good hustle of Tornado running all the way over there after that one, but it was clearly out of play.
Oh. Both teams not letting up, both teams leaving the pressure on, both teams do not want to have any type of slack in their play. And it just shows great credit to both of them.
Oh, 0-2 is the count. North with many more opportunities to get runs in this game, just haven't come through. Have a runner on here in the 8th. That pitch misses outside for ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Somebody could call my softball team I was supposed to sub for tonight and let them know I'm not making it. Sorry about that, guys. Runner goes.
Oh.
This pitch driven to center. Flyshack is going to have to hustle back to first. Caught by Schwartz. Throw to first. Is in time. Nice play by the Pioneers defensively. Schwartz with a strike to Fabian, and Fabian doing a good stretch over there. And there's 2 away.
Wow.
Bad
Just simply
base running.
wow. Well, to the runner's look, she saw the ball and she thought maybe it was going to land, and so she just took off. I mean,
yeah, head
tunnel
down.
vision. In a situation like this, you get a little bit of tunnel vision, and you find yourself in a position that you don't want to be in.
Now batting for your pullers.
And before you know it, you get doubled up on.
Carly Pickett.
And you can see right here where she's trying to hustle. She puts her head down. All she wants to do is get back to the bag.
Yeah,
wow.
Running on the pitch, too.
Yeah.
There's a strike called to Carly Pickett.
It's almost made it. Almost made it.
Good stretch by Fabian over there and scooping
Yeah.
that ball up as well.
Athletic play. Very athletic play.
0-1. pitch just missing. 1-1. The scoreboard operator is pretty quick on marking the balls and the strikes up on the board.
Right.
I was just looking at the umpire's left hand. He's got a clicker, but that does not look to be an electronic type clicker to automatically put up there. So credit to the scoreboard. Wow. That pitch in there for a called strike, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th inning. I'm going to have to break out another book if this game goes past the 9th. That pitch missing outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Klein really working the outside corner of this plate, and she just really wants to keep it away from Pickett, and she just wants to stay away from her. If she can catch the corner.
That ball goes outside. Count goes full at 3-2.
Pickett's strength, obviously, maybe straight over the heart of the plate. Little inside for her. But Klein playing just the way she needs to play.
The 3-2 pitch. Popped up left side. Coming over to make the catch. Borndale.
Go on.
And we're moving on. We haven't had enough yet, Dan. We gotta keep on playing.
Is it 2 for 1s?
Not yet. We're headed to the 9th inning in a 7-inning game. We got extra time. Hope you get comfy. Run to the bathroom now if you got to go, I guess, as we head to the top of the 9th. The Pioneers will be coming up to the plate in a 2-2 game. You're watching the Pioneers and Polars on TV 19 Sports.
Welcome back, high school softball fans. You are looking at a ball game that is, yes, in the 9th inning. We're talking about we're watching the Hill Mary Pioneers and the North Polars taking it on right now for the conference finals. Tim, I am tripping over my own words because I'm so excited watching this ball game right now. You're listening to Dan Wilson and Tim Peterson.
And Dan, yeah, it's been a phenomenal game. Pickett and Klein doing a great job. They've gone the distance for both teams so far. Lindsey Klein will lead off against Pickett here. And she wraps one right back up the middle for a base hit and gets things started in this top of the 9th inning for the Pioneers. Pitch came in a little high, right in the eyesight, and a nice, well-hit ball right back up the middle for Klein.
CNI single.
Pinch running for the Pioneers number 10, Sophia Schwartz.
Sophia Schwartz comes in to pinch run for Klein, and Kaylee King will be the batter. All even at 2. Pickett gets her sign. And they expected a bunt and thrown down to first, but the ball is in the dirt. It wasn't picked up very cleanly by Stepanak over there. Schwartz gets back in time. That pitch was a ball. It's 1-0.
It was a good heads-up play by Youngman there to try and just keep him guessing, keep him looking.
Another bunt attempt fouled off, and the count will go even at 1-1.
Trying to push that runner over into scoring position at second base there.
You know, as a defensive player, running in for that bunt, playing that bunt like that, and if that batter decided to change their mind, that could be dangerous. I'm calling time because I think the wind is blowing some dirt around here and getting in the eyes of him.
The wind has been a factor.
That pitch missing for a ball, 2-1.
The sun now becoming a factor in this extra inning championship ball game.
It just happened to work out this way that these teams meet up in the last regular season game, and both are 12-1.
That's true. We keep using the word championship, but or conference title,
it
really.
Basically is, for the conference.
Conference title game.
There's not really a playoff system for the conference title. We'll move on to sections after this, but boy, the winner of this, I can only imagine, would be the top seed in that conference. And
oh, gosh.
And the loser would be number 2, but North won the matchup. Who knows? I'm glad I don't have to decide it.
When you see right there is a good relationship between an umpire and a catcher, an umpire and a player.
Swing and a miss. Pickett with another strikeout, 14 on the day.
What I mean by that is the umpire would go out and sweep the plate off just to give the catcher a little breather. Say if the catcher takes something off the inside part of the leg or gets hit by a foul tip or just stays out there a while. The umpire would maybe go out and take his time sweeping off the plate. You know, let the catcher take a breather.
Schwartz, the batter, squares up to bunt and fouls it straight back. 0-1. Hannah so far on the day got hit by a pitch and scored and grounded out twice to third base. Third to first were the plays. See if she'll try to bunt this one down the third baseline. She does.
Oh, wow.
Dropped right in front of the plate. Picked up, thrown down to first. Is not going to be in time. Another bunt, Dan, that just dropped deadly within a foot of home plate.
It's a Bermuda the Bermuda Triangle right there, Tim. You lay a bunt anywhere in that area and it just dies out of reach of every player. Yeah. And they're playing for it. They're playing the bunt, and you. I just say that's twice in the same game. Look at that.
Sophia Schwartz, runner on second, and the batter, Megan Tonato, takes the first pitch, strike. Nothing in one. Pickett trying to get another strikeout victim. Tonato steps out. The 0-1 pitch. Bunt attempt held out long enough. It's 0-2.
They're playing this bunt, and they have to sacrifice somebody covering second base. So you're really allowing the runner on second to take a suicide lead with no threat that she'll get caught.
The 0-2 pitch swung on down the third baseline, but foul. Count will hold it, 0-2. Pickett coming to home plate.
Wants to talk about it.
Yeah, that's a little something different. Usually the catcher comes out. Usually the pitcher is like a talent in radio or TV where they don't have to do any of the cleanup or anything, and everybody comes to them. But here, Pickett comes to home plate, which is a little different.
Well, Pickett just saying the leader, really showing the leadership of the squad.
The 0-2 pitch is in the dirt and away. It rolls, and both runners move up. And both runners in scoring position now. Schwartz on third, Schwartz on second.
Maybe Youngman showing little signs of fatigue. A pitch a little bit a ways outside.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Called third strike, looking nasty. So another strikeout, and there's 2 away, and we're heading back to the top of the lineup in Nicole Thompson.
Second base, number 5, Nicole Thompson.
Two the score in the 9th, and they're going to walk Thompson.
We got 2 outs right now, Tim. What they want to do is load up the bases so they have a force out anywhere. You're not pressured to make the play at first. You're not pressured to make a play. You just pressure. All you are is just focused to make the play at the closest possible out so they can get out of this inning.
I'm curious at the speed these intentional walk pitches are coming in. Why wouldn't you just kind of float them in there?
I don't know. I think maybe to stay in the same rhythm. The pitcher has the same rhythm going on.
Sure. Kennedy Hogue, the batter, will come to the plate with bases loaded and 2 out. On the day, 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts, and has reached on an error. Bases loaded. Hogue had to take all the leg pads off and everything, as she is the catcher, and she digs in. The lefty is ready, and the lefty pitches. The lefty batter and lefty pitcher, that is. Ball 1, 1-0. Although Wake Pickett's handled Hogue so far today, you got to think advantage Pickett. Looking for her 16th strikeout.
Yeah, you heard him correctly, folks. That's 16. 16 Ks on the day.
No, 15 right now. I'm looking for 16.
Sorry,
the count goes to 2-0.
Really, the focus here is to try to put the ball over the plate.
And nowhere to put the runner right now.
Oh boy.
3-0.
This is going to sound a little cliche, but the batter hitting the ball. It's more basically allow the batter to hit it and let your team make the play.
3 balls, no strikes, bases loaded. Not taking the whole way. Hit up the middle, scooped up, touch 2. And a nice play by Rebelke. And Dan, did it surprise you she was swinging on that one?
Yeah, very surprising. Where was the, you're talking about bases loaded, extra inning game, 2-2 tie. No green. Wow.
You think she would have been red lighted?
Exactly.
Well, that retires the side. They leave the bases loaded. And boy, we're heading to the bottom of the 9th inning here from North St. Paul. The Polars and Pioneers all tied up at 2, and we're going to see Tabby Bears, Rebelke, and possibly Langevin, the expected batters, due up as we return. Polars and Pioneers right here on TB19 Sports. Bottom of the 9th inning in girls softball, not boys baseball. Tied up at 2, Tabby Bears trying to make it so we only go 2 extra innings, and we'll see what happens as she steps up and steps in. New pitcher on the mound. It's the first pitch fouled back. Oh, no, that is still Klein on the mound. Same pitcher on the mound. Klein and Pickett have gone the distance so far. 0-1 to Bears. Bears walked in her last at bat. She's grounded out twice, or hitting 2 fielders' choices. So made some contact with the ball and watches this one sailing a little high, 1-1.
Well, Tim, what's interesting, we're in extra innings. We're in the bottom of 9 in girls softball when you still have both starting pitchers on the mound. Watching Lindsey Klein in the warm-ups, and I correct me if I'm wrong, she's getting more velocity and faster as the game goes on.
Borndale scoops up this, throws it over. Fabian holding the bag with her back right foot. Makes the out. There's 1 away here in this 9th inning. It does seem like she's picked up her speed. We've seen Pickett, and she's got a lot of velocity, but you can really tell how hard they throw the balls when they throw in that off-speed pitch.
That's true. That is
really
true.
Have something to judge it off of, base it on. Rebelke will be the batter. She has walked a few times today. Hits this one high to right field. The wind playing it a little bit, floating over, and doing a nice job keeping under it over there in right field was Jessica Bonfie. And there's 2 away.
Well, with Lindsey Klein throwing the way she's throwing, the Polars coming out and just swinging away. I mean, just put the bat on the ball and see what happens.
Langevin will be the batter here. Langevin so far today, hitless. She's 0 for 3 with a sacrifice. She'll step in with 2 away. Langevin. I apologize to her and her family and fans. I've been
as you should, Tim. As you should.
Said her name incorrectly all day. I think I got it right for a couple innings and lost my focus. This one drilled to left, hit high and deep, and in off the fence. Langevin into second base with a double. And boy, the crowd thought she might have had one there, and even you stood up there, Dan Wilson, thought maybe she had one too. But it's just a double. The wind maybe holding that one in this park a little bit. A big swing of the bat almost ended it by Carly Langevin.
I'm supposed to be saying something here right now, Tim, but I'm just going to allow people to watch this as it's happening. That ball off that bat looked like it was going out, and that was the game. I mean, quintessential walk-off in extra innings. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Where your lack of adjectives and your lack of words to describe what's happening right now. It's a shame that the people who are going to watch this who aren't here weren't here. It's a great thing the people who are going to watch this were here. It's just phenomenal. What a phenomenal ball game.
They'll pick it up with a runner in scoring position. This is Christina Pickett. 0 for 3 on the day with a walk. Looks at a first pitch, high for ball. Yeah, Carly Langevin nearly ended it. Instead, just a double. Now Pickett with a chance to possibly end it. That pitch misses. Ball, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, runner on second. 2-2 the score in the bottom of the 9th. Lindsey Klein wheels and throws, and that pitch misses for a ball, and it goes to 3-0. Pickett walked in that second inning. That's as far as she made it. Was first base. Aaron Youngman, the batter, due up next. We'll see if Pickett's green lighted. It misses inside. A 4-pitch walk. Runners on first and second. Creates a force out at any bag now, so not a bad walk there with 2 outs.
Oh, no, not at all. That's where we're a situation where the pitcher's allowed to pitch around and maybe get an off strike or get the batter to bite on something dirty or nasty and maybe get a strikeout or put the ball in play. But in a situation like that, walking her doesn't hurt either.
So 2 runners on. First pitch in the dirt. Ball 1. Aaron Youngman on the day. Reached on a fielder's choice. Popped out. Singled and scored and walked. She walked in her last plate appearance. Has a 1-0 count here. Now a 1-1 count. For a moment, I thought that wasn't going to be called a strike. It looked to be coming right down Main Street.
Sure did.
And it was called definitely a strike. 1-1's the count with the winning run on second base in Langevin. Fouled back. 1-2.
A real shallow backstop we have here. So on a pass ball or even on something like this does get away, there's some room to play.
That pitch, ball, 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs, 2 on, 2-2 score. Swing and a miss. Swung on a bad one. It wasn't handled cleanly by the catcher, but the throw down to first. And the inning. So Klein picks up
her eighth K.
Her 8th strikeout on that one.
Mm-hmm.
And that ends it. We're heading to extra innings as we're heading into the 10th inning, and my book is done. It only goes up. It only goes up to the 9th inning. So I'll see what I can do here. But coming up to bat here will be Sydney Fabian, Jessica Bonfie, and Borndale. As we return, you're watching the Pioneers and Polars on TB19 Sports. Back here at North St. Paul, where the Polars and Pioneers are all tied up. It took till late in this game to get it all tied up. It took a 6th inning before the Polars were able to tie it up. They got 1 run in the first and 1 run in the 6th inning. The Pioneers got both their runs in the 3rd inning on 2 players that got hit by pitches. They both ended up scoring in that inning, and we're all even here at 2 in the 10th inning. I'm Tim Peterson with Dan Wilson, and Dan, making extra room in my book here as softball games aren't supposed to go this long, according to my book.
Well, that is correct. You're talking about it's 10 innings, 10 innings, where it's game's supposed to be 7 innings. Words cannot describe the ball game we're watching right now. It's a phenomenal ball game. It reminds me of watching high school hockey tournaments where they go extra periods, and you're waiting to see what happens, and the drama just keeps building and keeps building. Shots on goal right here. It's different because you're looking at runners on, runners just a few feet away at third base. You think it's there, almost a home run, hits the base of the fence. These young ladies are putting together plays after plays after plays, opportunities after opportunities. You still have the starting pitchers out there. What a ball game.
That was the best hit ball we've seen all game, too, by Langevin. Hit it to the fence. Sydney Fabian hoping to match that. She hits it right back to Pickett. Pickett to Pickett.
Pickett to Pickett.
Knew this spring. Pickett.
There's got to be some sort of call sign we can do to that. Pickett to Pickett.
1 away here in the 10th inning, and Bonfie will be the batter.
Right fielder number 17, Jessica Bonfie.
Bonfie in the game. Not a good game, 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. She did make contact her last plate appearance. See if she can do it again here. She does. Chopper up the middle. Wow. Pickett gets up high and snags it, and there's 2 away just like that. 2 1-3 putouts. 2 away for Borndale. Well, doing it all out there, Pickett. 15 strikeouts and a few assists as she's helped her own cause, picking that ball up as it's hit back to her.
I wonder if she's a multi-sports player.
I do not believe so.
Really?
As far as I can remember. We haven't done much North hockey for girls.
But she's just showing incredible athleticism out there and coolness under pressure. So I just assume that she's been playing.
I think she plays softball a lot of times throughout the year. So that ball misses. 1-1 to Borndale. Borndale wisely taking a couple pitches there for the first two batters, went after the first couple of pitches. She swings at that one, offers up. There was foul contact made, so it was called a foul ball, but either way, it's called a strike, and it's 1-2, and still looking up and down these lines in the outfield and first and third base. I don't think anybody's hungry.
No one's coming. No one's left.
Nobody's gone home for dinner.
Would you?
I'm kind of hungry. But
Borndale, her batting stance is it's a unique batting stance. She really takes away the strike zone by getting right on top of the plate.
The 2-2 pitch swung on and fouled down the right field line.
And you take a closer look at it sooner or later here, and you see how she kind of crowds it. She has a real closed stance where her lead foot is more closer to the plate than her back foot.
Yeah, usually some batters open up a little more. She's enclosed, and that pitch comes in low for a ball. Count will go to 3-2. After the first two batters swung early in their counts, their plate appearance, Borndale works her count full. Make this defense work a little bit is what Hill Murray is thinking, and Borndale as well, and Borndale drawing the walk. I know even in slow pitch, the first two batters swing at the first one, at least the third guy to get up, take a pitch. I mean, let your defense rest for a minute on that bench, you know. You just get out of the inning, you come in, three batters, 1, 2, 3 pitches, you're right back playing defense. Oh, man, that's the worst. You couldn't even crack a bottle of pop and start drinking it before you got to go take the field again. Klein will be the batter here.
Happens to me a lot.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's happened to me a lot, too. Klein takes a big cut of that one, trying to help her own cause, and misses it. It's 0-1.
And look at different batting stances from batter to batter. Klein's favoring the very front of the plate. She really leads up almost into fair territory.
That pitch low. Nice job by Youngman knocking it down. Count goes even at 1-1. Klein so far on the day, 2 for 4. Couple of hits. 7 strikeouts on the mound by Klein. Pickett with 15. Throws one off speed again. It bounces in there. And the count goes to 2-1.
That was a nice block by Youngland right there. That ball bounced probably about a foot in front of the plate, and she was able to
corral it nicely.
Yeah.
2-1.
Nice pitch.
Strike 2. Right back to the fast stuff. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first. Klein from Pickett.
Wow.
Rung her up. Make it 16 in the game for Carly Pickett. As she gets Klein pitcher to pitcher looking. We're heading to the bottom of the 10th inning with this game all knotted up at 2. Tim Peterson, Dan Wilson, the Pioneers, the Polars, and this is TV 19 Sports. Well, we just saw another strikeout by Carly Pickett. There's been a total in this game of 23 strikeouts, 16 thrown by Pickett, 7 thrown by Klein. We are in the bottom of the 10th inning. This is not only a long game, there have been a lot of strikeouts, and boy, it just comes down to heart. I'm Tim Peterson, Dan Wilson. What do you think about all the heart that's being shown so far today?
I've got to say right now, Tim, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to say the word long. I'm going to say exciting, adventurous. There has not been one boring segment, one long drawn-out segment in this entire game. It has been a constant excitement. Every inning and every play has been just pivotal. It's been phenomenal. It really has.
It has. It's a 2-2 game, and you can't ask for much more than this. That's Dan Wilson. I'm Tim Peterson, and this is TV 19 Sports. Klein on the mound as we start the bottom of the 10th inning. And first pitch is bounced in there for a ball. It's 0-1. The batter, Allie Knutson, on the day, has singled, struck out, reached on an error, and hit into an unassisted putout. So just one hit in her 4 plate appearances. That pitch fired in there and missing. It's 2-0.
Klein's not afraid to go on the inside. She's not afraid to come up close and personal to a batter. It shows confidence.
There's a pitch going in there for a strike. 3-1 the count. Knudsen, the 9th batter in this lineup, swings at this one down the third base line, but foul. Excuse me, I said it was 3-1. It's actually 2-2. I got ahead of myself there. 2-2 the count. The ball sounded a little bit like a mush ball when it came off that bat.
It sounded a little dead unless it hit up the tip of it or something.
Yeah, they're switching them out nevertheless.
Well, we keep talking about how the Mother Nature's taking her role in this game. The sun's getting lower in the sky and becoming more of a factor.
That one fouled back. Trying to decide, it's probably more difficult for a lefty right now at the plate than it is for a righty.
I would tend to agree with you.
But as far as defensively, the only one it may affect is a catcher, but shouldn't too bad as of yet, unless there's a play at the plate. There's a swing and a miss, and 24 strikeouts is now the total in this game. Pick him up and set him down. There's one away here in this 10th inning. Swinging strikeout brings up Fleischacker, the top of the order, the first batter in this lineup, if you will. The number 1 spot.
Fleischacker getting an opportunity to get her uniform dirty a few times in this game.
This pitch sails in there high for a ball, 1-0.
I still don't see any activity in what would be a bullpen anywhere around here.
I saw some gals running down the right field line earlier, but yeah, nobody really warming up. That pitch in there for a strike. The funny part, Dan, is right now the leagues have started up on the other fields here. That's probably a lot to do with how many people are watching this one. Nothing. Well, 1-1 the count.
I definitely say these other leagues are in for a treat to watch this.
Well, that pitch hit her.
Oh, no.
Hit her in the foot, and it didn't look like a dangerous pitch by any means. It dropped in and seemed like it hit that Bermuda Triangle, which you brought up earlier, and just kind of killed it. And hits the foot, and Fleischacker jogs down to first base. And the Polars have a runner on with 1 away. The umpire talking to one of the assistant coaches here for the Polars.
I wonder what's happening. You can only wonder what seems to be the situation over here in the Polars bench for them, umpire and the coach.
Yeah, it's weird that he would talk to one of the assistants and not the head coach. Well, they've settled what they needed to discuss, and play continues. Stepanek, the batter. She digs in with Fleischacker on first, and Fleischacker's got some speed. First pitch. With the runner going a stroke to right, but it's high, and they're going to get Fleischacker way off second again, and she is out again. She has done that twice today, and I just heard, it had to have been a mom say, Jamie Lynn, what are you doing?
Well, you can contemplate what happened there, but if you start running with a helmet on a windy day like this, those ear holes, they whistle and you can't hear anything. You can't hear anybody yelling at you, no matter how loud they are. That wind's blowing in there. You just can't hear them.
Good point made. We're heading to the 11th.
That's right.
Order Jimmy John's pretty soon. It is tied up at 2 here at North St. Paul. Pioneers and Polars on TV 19 Sports. It is a beautiful day, and boy, we're definitely getting our money's worth here from North St. Paul as the Pioneers and Polars playing basically for the championship of the Classic Suburban Conference. I'm Tim Peterson with Dan Wilson, and Dan, this is just your second game, and boy, you're really getting your money's worth.
Well, I got to tell you, Tim, this is you're right. I am getting my money's worth on this. This is a phenomenal game and with a phenomenal crew, and both teams have just been playing their hearts out. These young ladies that really know what they're doing here, and what a great way to go out to play a great game. At the end, you have seniors that are out here that are really earning their high school career,
and a lot of younger players too. They're sophomores and 8th graders, and they're really learning a lot. You'd figure in these long extended games, and what it boils down to is the championship game of the Classic Suburban Conference. So players learning a lot, and even the coaches. Aaron Vale's first year over here.
Oh, absolutely. We talked about earlier his influence in the squad and able to come in and demand the respect that he has and have a season that he has. And then that doesn't downplay Hill Murray at all. Hill Murray is a tremendous powerhouse, and they're playing their coaching staff.
Well, Michaela Meisinger will be the leadoff hitter here for the Pioneers. She'll be batting for King, Kaylee King. King was 0 for 4 on the day. First pitch of Meisinger's fouled away. Meisinger, senior. Digs in, got the Easton connection bat. Swings at that one, and it's 0-2. Pickett coming right after the new batter.
When you say this is my second game I've been able to work with you, Tim, and it's the second game that I've been able to call for Hill Murray.
That's true.
So, boys baseball and girls softball.
Yeah, last one was St. Thomas and Hill. This one, Hill. And actually, Dan, during that game, some of these girls from the Hill Murray team came over.
Oh, yeah,
to watch
that's right.
The boys
They sure did.
Stopped by at the end and nice enough to say hi to us. Fabian, I know, was one of the gals. She came over and said hi, so it's always nice. 1-2, foul back.
I think both Hill teams were victorious that day.
They were. I believe you're right. The 1-2 pitch is low and evens the count at 2-2. I was just looking up in my book here to see what that score of that game was, but Dan, it's apparent to me I forgot my book that day. Swing and a miss. No, Messinger can't be saddened by that. She's one of many today that have gone down that way.
That is another strikeout, Tim.
That is 17 on the day. And, you know, I think if somebody was flipping Ks in the outfield for strikeouts, they'd have to start printing off some more. 25 strikeouts total on the day for both teams.
She's earned herself a phone call from Randy Johnson. Easily. And Nolan Ryan.
Bunt attempt missed for Hannah Schwartz. Schwartz singled her last plate appearance, made it as far as second base. Behind in the count here, 0-1. Maybe Roger Clemens.
Oh, yeah.
Plays a call. Another strikeout pitcher. This one bunted down the third baseline. Flyshacker plays it in foul territory, and it's called foul. Count goes to 0-2. Conato, the batter, expected up next after Schwartz.
You look at these young ladies as athletes, and you see the excitement on their faces. She's smiling at the plate. She's loving what she's doing right now. This is fantastic. You know,
having fun. 0-2 pitch, strike 3. Boy, you think Pickett's slowing down at all, Dan?
I don't think so. Where you see a pitcher should be showing signs of fatigue right now, and there's 0 signs of fatigue on both sides. It's 3 more Ks for her right now.
Yeah, the last 3 batters.
Last 3 batters, and she's retired the last 3 batters in strikeout form.
There's another strikeout there, or a strike there, I should say, not a strikeout. Excuse me. Tornado behind, 0-1. A little curveball action there, and it's 0-2. You could see the spin on that slow pitch, couldn't you?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Another left-handed batter at the bottom of this lineup. That one just misses. 1-2. Tornado strikeout victim in her last 2 plate appearances here against Pickett. You think they'd be able to figure out Pickett after a while, but they haven't been able to. This one swung on right back up the middle. Scooped up. Rubelke over to first. That retires the side. We're heading to the bottom of the 11th inning here from North St. Paul. The score all even up at 2 apiece. 11 innings.
11.
Girls softball.
Girls softball.
Doesn't get much better for a championship game. We'll be back. Pioneers, Polars, winner wins the Classic Suburban. You're watching TV 19 Sports. Here comes the hot stepper as we move into the 11th inning. It's all tied up at 2 apiece. Tim Peterson with Dan Wilson. And Dan, the game's only supposed to go 7 innings.
I got to tell you, listen, you look at these. You're watching an amazing game right now. and I can keep saying that over and over and over again, but 11 innings.
Yeah, and only 2 runs apiece. It's quite the pitcher's duel in Klein and Pickett. And speaking of Pickett, she'll be the leadoff batter here. Carly Wilkley facing Klein. Both pitchers have gone the distance so far tonight. We're even at 2. And here we go. Ball. Boy, I hope these umps aren't paid by the game because they're underpaid for this one. A lot of times it's like, a certain amount of allotted fee per game.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was a nice little pitch, but just missed on the outside corner.
They're allotted so much per game, but I'm sure some games that get, balances out for games like this compared to ones that maybe don't last as long. There's been some big blowouts by these teams against other teams this year. 24 runs have been scored. That pitch called strike. It's 2-1.
Klein's trying to work the backdoor curveball on there. You can really see the spin on that ball, trying to hit a little bit of the plate, a little bit of the black. On a left-handed batter, it's working for her.
Pickett ready. Flew out in her last plate appearance. That one stays outside, and count goes to 3-1. Been very cautious pitching to Pickett today, as they've pitched her outside almost every time. Yeah,
at all of her at bats.
She's had 3 ball counts in 3. Now make it 4 of her plate appearances today.
Well, we did mention earlier she does have that. Oh boy, she does have that Ichiro type swing where she's leaving the batter's box while she's making contact with the ball.
So the 4th time with their pitch count, reaching at least 3 balls. It's 3-2 with nobody out. Pickett, late swing on that one and missed it. Took a hack at it. Looked like she made up her mind late on that one, and there's 1 away.
The center fielder, number 4, Tammy Bears.
That makes it 18 strikeouts for Pickett, 8 for Klein.
Wow. Having 18 strikeouts in the game is just simply amazing.
Swing and a miss by Bears.
It just shows credit to the two hurlers that are on the mound right now. They've had both of them have both great seasons, and it's showing here in the final game.
That pitch missing high for a ball, 1-1. I should let it be known, this is, since I have joined the station and the producer Nick Anderson have joined the station, the longest game out of any game we've done in spring, any baseball or softball. Swung on left side and foul.
Just foul.
King making a nice attempt there at it, but it was foul. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bears ground out victim in her last plate appearance. Had a walk before then. This being her 6th plate appearance. The pitch, high, 2-2.
Again, you don't see any decline in Lindsey Klein's velocity in her pitch speed at all.
I'm thinking Bears. I'm making a call that Bears is going to end it right here.
Oh.
The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Ended herself with a strikeout. My call was incorrect, but 9 strikeouts now for Klein and 2 in this inning, 2 in a row. And now Jamie Rebelke, she's striking out through the heart of this lineup. The 3, 4, 5 hitters. She struck out 2 of the 3 thus far.
Bowler shortstop, number 7, Jamie Rebelke.
Rebelke will step in. Had a good day. Reached base 4 of her 5 plate appearances and takes the first pitch ball there.
A lot of people talk about what do you do in an extra inning game. Yeah, well, you get to the 1 extra inning or 2 extra innings, but when you get back into a later like what we're watching now, 11, it changes the cohesion of the game itself and the mental part of it. It's basically going from the regular season to the playoffs. It's a different type of game we're playing. It's a different type of approach that we take to every pitch and every at bat.
Swung on left side. It's going to be a tough play for Borndale. She knocks it down, but that's all she can do. Once she gets a handle on it, the speedy Rebelke is already at first base. And with 2 away, the Polars have a runner. And if you remember, Last time she was up, Carly Langevin hit it to the fence. A lot of people, including yourself, Mr. Wilson, thought it was gone. She ended up with a double. If she can repeat that here, this game could be over. But that's a best hit ball we've seen all game, so I don't expect that to happen, but you never know. Maybe she's figured out Klein. With 2 outs, the first pitch. Swing and a minute, throw down to second, runner going, nobody there. Nice job backing that play up by Schwartz in center, making sure that no more advancement is made, but a stolen base.
Well, again, the fundamentals of Hill Mary's softball program shining through with the backup on that throw to second.
1 ball, or no balls, 1 strike, the count. Runner in scoring position, the winning run. 0-1. Here's a pitch from Klein. Swung on, center field. Schwartz coming over and makes the catch. And we're heading to the 12th inning. Wow. Quite the battle going on here from North St. Paul. They're going to have to turn these lights on sooner or later.
That or it's like Duracell battery night. It just keeps going.
Keeps going and going and going. Heading to the top of the 12th here from North St. Paul. Tim Peterson, Dan Wilson, North and Hill Murray. And you're watching TV 19 Sports. 2-2 the score in the 12th inning. We've almost completed 2 full games as we
Let me stop you right there, Tim.
Yeah.
Did you just say the 12th inning?
I did say the 12th inning.
Unbelievable.
And in this 12th inning, the Hill Murray Pioneers look to start at the top of their batting order as Nicole Thompson will be their first hitter. She's had a good day so far. She's reached base 4 out of 5 times. She digs in. Carly Pickett still on the mound, and boy, she's had an okay day today as well with 18 strikeouts. Bunt into the right-handed batter's box, so it's foul ball, 0-1.
And the play for the Pioneers is second base number 5, Nicole Thompson.
Positioning a little different here for North as they bring in their second baseman way in and their third baseman. And a little pop-up down the third baseline. That's going to drop right in there nicely. Rebelke's going to run it down and field it. And Thompson's got the base hit to start things off.
I didn't mean to talk over you on that one there, Tim. Where they're playing the bunt, and that I just see the defensive players. He's so close there, and she decides to swing. It just gets me a little bit nervous.
It does. I especially was keeping an eye on Stepanak. She was way in. Another bunt, fouled off. It hit the front of the plate, so it's foul. Or right next to the plate, I should say. And Hogue behind, 0-1. Expecting Thompson to be running. She's been a wildcat on the base paths today already. She's got 2 stolen bases, and she got caught another time early in the game at home plate.
That she did on a real close play.
You remember back that far? That was a long time ago.
Well, it was a snap decision to do it, and then it was still a great play on both sides. They executed, and she just got caught at home.
Another bunt down the third baseline. Oh, it skips through Fleischacker. She can't handle it. And 2 runners are on as she came way in, and that ball came right at her at Fleischacker and bobbled it just long enough. And Haug reaches first. Count that as an error on Fleischacker. And Sydney Fabian will step to the plate with nobody out here in this 12th inning.
First base, number 14, Sydney
To reiterate the fact that I was talking about, it's a different type of ball game here later in extra innings. You see 2 runs on with the effects of 2 bunts, not with just small ball.
Fabian kind of made it look like she was going to throw the bunt down and then pulled back and got ready to swing there.
That's right.
There's a ball that was called, 1-0. See if Fabian could put the Pioneers in the lead again. Fouled back, left side, out of play. Over into the co-ed leagues. Yeah, rec leagues going on. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Fabian set again, and so is Pickett. 2 runners on. Hogan, Thompson. Thompson on second. Here's the pitch. Swung on left field. That's a line shot. That gets down. That skips by. That's rolling all the way back. One runs in. Thompson's in. Hoag's coming around. That ball rolling all the way back. Into third goes Fabian with a stand-up triple, and the Pioneers have taken the lead here in the top of the 12th inning.
We're going to have to send a runner back here. Not all of them scored. That ball, as it tailed away on the opposite field and hit like that, that ball tails away from the player and squirts into, well, which is out of play. So it went out of play, and therefore the runner did not touch home plate when the ball went out of play. It was just rounding third, so she has to go back to third, and the runner that was advancing to second goes back to second. And as you see right here, where the ball goes out of play.
With that spin from the left-handed batter.
Absolutely. And as I was saying, the ball goes out of play, so now all those runners who are there at the point of where the ball goes out of play, those runners must retreat back to the previous base that they were at.
So only one run comes across. It's 3-2 here in the 12th, and Bonfie is your hitter. First pitch in there, no. Missed for a ball, 1-0. Once again, I don't know who is watching this, running the scoreboard, but they are quick on the draw. That's a strike. It makes me wonder that maybe that is an electronic device in his hand. They mark it up there pretty quick.
They certainly do.
1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out, 2 runners on. First run across. Throw down to third, not in time. First runner to score for Hill Murray since the 3rd inning. Has scored here in the 12th inning. 1-2 the count to Bonfie. Jessica grounded out to Pickett in her last plate appearance. And that pitch misses low, and they're coming home. Flip to Pickett. It's off the mark. And getting in to score is Hoag. Throw over to third base now. In time! They got Fabian and rounding. But Hoag comes across the score, and a 2-run lead as Fabian's picked off on third base for the first out of the inning. And the count, meanwhile, is at 2-2.
To Hill Mary's credit, to be heads up on a play like that, pass ball, squirts away from the catcher, and to make the decision to take home plate. We had a play going with the relay from the backstop to the pitcher was a miss. They score a run.
Here's a drive to deep right. Taking a step back and playing it nicely, though, is Prax to make the catch in the out. And there's 2 away.
And recapping on that play at home, too, and then having the presence of mind to fire back down to third to catch that runner leaning.
Very, very good play with 2 away. Yes. That first pitch comes in high for a ball to Borndale. Well, the Polars with their work cut off for them if they can get out of this inning. By only giving up 2 runs, they still got a lot of work to do as Klein's pitched a heck of a game for the Pioneers. That pitch called strike. 1-1 the count. Borndale ready. Pickett delivers. Swung on right back to Pickett. Scoops it up. She's done that plenty of times today and does it again right there. Pickett to Pickett. Ends the inning, but a nice inning for the Pioneers. They pick up 2 runs in that inning on a big hit by Sydney Fabian. They now lead this one 4-2 as we head to the bottom of the 12th inning. If the Pioneers can play well enough defensively and shut down the Polars for one more inning, they will be the Classic Suburban champions. Keep it right here. You're watching Pioneers and Polars on TV 19 Sports. Welcome back here to North St. Paul. I'm Tim Beerson. Next to me is Dan Wilson. And this is one heck of a game. The Pioneers have just got 2 runs here in the top of the 12th inning. Lindsey Klein still on the mound. Or excuse me, bottom of the 12th inning. Lindsey Klein still on the mound for the Pioneers, hoping to shut it down. And Dan, she's pitched a heck of a game as well as Pickett. And Pickett just not getting the run support yet.
Both pitchers, both hurlers on that mound have came out and thrown two gems. You see the way they've scored their runs. It's been real small plays with great excitement in between. Both girls still want to get out there. They want to finish these games. They really want to earn what they started.
Well, Christine Pickett can help out older sister Carly by getting things going here in this bottom of the 12th. First pitch swung on, popped up. That's kind of dead man's land, but nice job coming in and making the catch by Thompson. And you saw her speed being shown off there. She is the leadoff hitter and stole a couple bases today. Hustles in and gets that one right in front of Borndale and right behind Klein.
Wind kind of killed it there and started pushing it towards the shallower end of the infield. You see right there, she just starts turning on the wheels and she's able to snap it up, but I think that she was worried a little bit. She didn't think she was going to get it.
Youngman, your batter now with one away. Swing and a miss. Youngman on the day. Fielder's choice. He hit into in the second inning. In the fourth, he flew out. Singled and scored in the sixth. Walked in the seventh. Swing and a miss there, so nothing in two. Was out in the third. Or in the ninth, excuse me. And now is behind nothing in two. Swing and a miss. Strikeout by Klein. And I was just redoing my math here. And I think I need to credit Klein with one more strikeout as I was looking over my book here.
Oh. Well, that makes the total K count on the game pretty high.
Yeah, my count was off. I'm up to 11.
11 for Klein?
11 for Klein, 18 for Pickett.
We are watching something very rare today. Very privileged to be able to watch something like this today, I tell you.
L.A. Knutson takes a first pitch ball. 2 away, and the Pioneers on the verge of winning the Classic Suburban. The windup and the pitch swung on. Boy, that took a weird hop. Comes right back to Klein. She fields it, throws it to Fabian. The Hill Murray Pioneers have won the Classic Suburban Conference.
Oh, mama, take me home and put me to bed. I have seen enough to know that I have seen too much. What a game.
Quite a battle of pitching and heart and stamina in this one as the Pioneers just battled enough and came up with a couple runs late in this game. They win it in this 12th inning by a total score of 4 runs to only 2 for North. Dan Wilson, can't say much more.
I am privileged to watch this incredible ball game. We just got these young ladies played a great game on all parts. Congratulations to both teams. Congratulations to Hill Murray for clinching the title, and congratulations to the Polars for putting up a great season and the sectional playoffs coming up.
Yeah, we'll probably see both these teams once again in section playoffs for the entire TV19 crew here today. Congratulations one more time to the Hill Murray Pioneers coming to North St. Paul and winning the Classic Suburban Conference. For Dan Wilson, I'm Tim Peterson, and this has been the Pioneers and the Polars on TV19 Sports. I'm here with the winning team, the Hill Murray Pioneers, as they got the victory today in extra innings, 12 innings, ladies. I have Sydney Fabian and Lindsay Klein with me, and Sydney, you came up big time in that extra inning with a big hit with a couple runners on. Why don't you walk us through that at bat?
Well, it's kind of a blur, but no, first pitch I think was a ball. I was seeing the ball really well. I saw the pitch come in and took my hack like we've been working on all season. Everyone's been in the cage every day doing what we can, so I just swung.
And it paid off, and it had that spin on it, which you do when you're lefty, hitting it to left field, and it bounced away from the outfielder, and they ended up moving you back. What happened on that at the end?
Oh, it passed the fence, I think, so they made me go back. Ground rule double is the rule when it passes the fence, so.
And they gave you got the RBI, nevertheless. It's the only one you needed there. It happened to be lucky enough. And describe the feeling you had of being the one who finally came through against Carly Pickett.
Yeah, well, the whole team worked hard. I mean, 12 innings. It's ridiculous. This girl, crazy, unbelievable. So I just felt really good that I could help the team just win this. It's been, I think, 4 years since we've beaten North, so it's an incredible feeling.
And you lost to them earlier in the season as well, so it's good to get that victory. And in the basically would boil down to win the Classic Suburban. And Lindsay, we'll bring it over to you. Yeah, I had you down for 11 strikeouts today, but you went against a very good pitcher as well. Describe that duel that you two had going on against each other all day.
Well, North is a very good team, and like I said, we played against them last time, and Sid threw a fabulous game against them too. And you got to be there, focused every single pitch, every single batter. And I think that it's not all about like getting all the strikeouts. It's about hitting your spots, making that ball move, and giving it to your team. I mean, we had a couple of really big plays that helped us out.
18 strikeouts for Pickett, 11 for you, 29 in the game, 12-inning game. How's your arm feeling right now?
I mean, it's feeling pretty good. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Hopefully, get some ice on it and get ready to play Stillwater tomorrow.
And when you're in that kind of a zone and that long of a game and it's so close, what's happening over on the bench with you? Are you talking to your teammates, or do they just kind of leave you alone?
Oh no, I'm talking to them all the time. I'm getting them pumped. I feel like that gets me going. That gets with them going, and that's the energy that we feed off of, so I feel like it's real good.
Now, just kind of out of curiosity, earlier in the game, I heard a chant going on that bench, and I'm pretty sure someone is being called a llama? What is that all about?
Well, that's Jess Bonfie.
Yeah, Jess.
She's number 17. Yep. She has a little bit of an obsession with llamas, and before we came over here, we read her paper on llamas, and I feel like that kind of got the vibe going.
It was the llama paper. I'm gonna admit it.
Well,
crazy good paper.
I'll make a transition. You guys hopping on the camel's back and getting the victory today, and with the victory, moving on, and you got Stillwater. You said on your next game, and we hope the best to you as you guys are conference champions.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks. Have a good one.